Athletics Media, and the University of Central Missouri Department of Intercollegiate Athletics. It's now time for Mules Baseball on the UCM Sports Radio Network. Mules Baseball is brought to you by Lots Beach Automotive, your hometown GM dealer. Western Missouri Medical Center, Quarry City Savings and Loan, Edward Jones, agent Alan Brandt, Insurance and Benefits Group, Allowell's Country Meats, FNC Bank, Warrensburg Collision, Key Realty, Central Family and Sports Medicine, Warrensburg Chrysler, and Mules National Golf Club at Pearl Springs. Now here's the voice of Mules Baseball, Bob Jackson.
It is an absolutely gorgeous Sunday afternoon here in the heart of America as we greet you from Crane Stadium, Tompkins Field, on the campus of the University of Central Missouri in Warrensburg, Missouri. It is what we can call Championship Sunday, somewhat, at least for the right to advance on to play for the Central Regional Championship. Today, the Mules, the number 1 seed in this Central region, get set to take on the number 5 seeded Vikings of Augustana University out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, for the right to take on the Mule Riders of Southern Arkansas in next weekend's Super Regional Best 2 out of 3 playoff. 61 degrees, sunny skies, 40% humidity, a light northerly wind as we greet you from Crane Stadium, Tompkins Field. I'm Bob Jackson along with Alex Kent, Connor Cummings, our studio engineer, and today the Mules and Vikings of Augustana will play for the second consecutive game after the Mules forced this winner-take-all game with a 7-4 victory last night. The winner of this game will advance on to play Southern Arkansas in the Central Super Regional next Friday and Saturday. If the Mules win, it'll be here. If Augustana wins, it would be in Magnolia, Arkansas. The Mules 46-8 coming into play today, while the Vikings of Augustana are 46-11. Enough said, Alex Kent. I think that tells you the story. We had a great college baseball game here last night. What's in store today? We'll wait and see.
Yeah, I think it starts with both teams starting pitchers. So, and just pitching itself is a premium in the postseason because you're going to get everyone's best shot, especially this being an elimination game. You're not saving anyone for tomorrow. It's you're going to let all your dogs out of the bullpen, and so it's the ability for both teams to compete not only on the mound but also at the plate. We've seen the Mules, after a rough evening Thursday night, really turn it on offensively, and then Augustana has been what they've been all year. Even last night, they had really good competitive at-bats. They made the Mules pitching staff work. The freshman Connor Wolf was huge in last night's ball game for the Mules.
You know, it's been a very busy last 2 weeks, stressful 2 weeks for the Mules. They lost the first game in the MIAA postseason tournament, came back to win 4 in a row, lost the first game in this Central Sub-Regional. They've won 3 in a row. Can they duplicate what they did last weekend? We talked about it in the first game on Friday. You know what? They did it before. That has to make them feel like they might be able to do it again.
Absolutely. And so you've got that, even though you faced some adversity and dropped the first game last weekend and this weekend, it's fresh in your mind saying, hey, why not? Let's do it again. We've been here before. I think most importantly, you feel better when you have the ability offensively that the Mules have, 1 through 9. A lot of guys getting hot. And, you know, it comes back to even when they're down the count, they're making good adjustments at the plate. They're making good adjustments. They have been able to set innings up. And yesterday, some big 2-out hits led to that victory. And then on the pitching staff, they've got talented enough arms to play 5 games in a weekend. A lot of teams don't have that ability, but the Mules have that. You don't want to be in this situation, but you feel better when you have the talent that this roster has.
Interesting. The game 1 starters for both teams come back today with 2 days rest.
And I think that speaks to both the seniors. They understand what's at stake here. Both of them have played in regionals before, pitched in regionals before, and they want to say, hey, if our season's on the line, Coach, give me the ball. I know that was the conversation that Mr. Jones had with Coach Crooks today. So, you know, as a competitor, as a head coach, I think you want that. I'm sure Coach Crooks had plans, but in the back of his mind, he was like, I want Colin to want the baseball. And when he does, you give it to him and you say, all right, let's go.
So Colin Jones gets the start for the Mules it'll be Tanner Brown for Augustana, and bullpens will be ready. The Mules and Augustana, both teams with 46 wins, playing for the right to move on in this NCAA Division II postseason. This is our Lots Beach Automotive Dugout Show. Lots Beach Automotive is your hometown GM dealer. 4 brands under one roof. Warrensburg's oldest dealer and your friend of the car business since 1974. If you're in the area, come on out. What a gorgeous day for baseball. $5 admission, $3 for seniors and for kids. UCM students, show your ID. You get free admission. Thanks to UCM President Dr. Roger Best. When we continue on the Lots Beach Automotive Dugout Show, pregame comments from Mules head coach Kyle Crooks. Coming up next on the UCM Sports Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Jake Lotsbeach from Lots Beach Automotive in Warrensburg. Thank you once again for naming us Best in the Burg for the 6th year in a row. Whether you're looking for a new Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, or a certified pre-owned, we are here to help. Inventories are extremely limited with supplier shortages. Please contact us to see the availability of new vehicles that are inbound to the dealership. We are selling most before they hit the ground. Come secure yours today. Lots Beach Automotive, your friend in the car business since 1974, Highway 50 West in Warrensburg.
You can depend on your Comfort Maker dealer to keep your home and family comfortable all summer long. Whether it's a spring tune-up or a midsummer emergency repair call, our customers enjoy the peace of mind that comes with having a reliable relationship with a rock-solid service partner. Make Fox Heating and Cooling your first and only call for outstanding cooling products and solutions. Call 660-747-2992 or come by 448 East Gay Street. Comfort Maker. Comfort with confidence.
When I take the stairs, it sounds like I'm popping popcorn. But hey, isn't knee pain just part of growing old? My wife got me a doctor appointment. Hope they have an elevator.
Western Missouri Medical Center is your partner for life's ups and downs. Our experienced, board-certified orthopedic surgeons can alleviate chronic pain and sports injuries. Take the first step toward feeling better today. Western Missouri Medical Center, your partner for health.
UCM Mules Baseball is back on the air. Mules Baseball is brought to you by WK Chevrolet, Buick, Cadillac, and GMC. The University of Central Missouri. Murdoch Banner Financial Group. Central Bank of Warrensburg. Warrensburg Ford. Insurance Associates. Fitters Fifth Street Pub in Sedalia. Traditions Restaurant at Pirtle Springs. Jonna Albert Accounting and Tax in Warrensburg. Fitters Restaurant and Pub. Fox Heating and Cooling. Here's Mules Baseball coach Kyle Crooks.
Welcome back to the Lots Beach Automotive Dugout Show from Crane Stadium, Tompkins Field. Bob Jackson joined now by Mules head coach Kyle Crooks. Before the Mules take on the Vikings of Augustana in this winner-take-all Central Sub-Regional title game. Coach Crooks' pregame comments presented by your Edward Jones agent in Warrensburg, Alan Brandt. Invest for your future like the Mules prepare for their games with confidence. Your Edward Jones agent in Warrensburg, Alan Brandt. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Well, one big game today, Kyle. You had to win 2 yesterday to get to this point. 3, really, after losing the first game with Ouachita Baptist. And I go back to what we talked about before the game on Friday. You can't win 4 games in one day, but they've won 1, 2, and 3 to get to this 4th game.
Yeah, so we're game 4 and ultimately, in a position to just have, take care of what's in front of us. And that's not going to be an easy task by any stretch at all. And, we're going to have to, all the cliches, dig deep, grind, all those things. But we're just going to, have to play a really, really good baseball game to, to get the result we want. But that's what we'll focus on is what we want to do and how we want to do it and do it to the best of our abilities today. We're just happy to be here today.
Tell you what, that was a great college baseball game last night. I know the fans really enjoyed it. They're looking forward to another one today. Augustana is such a good opponent and good team. They mirror you guys so much in many ways.
Man, they're so physical, goodness, and they can run. They got that Dank kid hitting in the 9-hole. That's the biggest 9-hole I've ever seen. They're just solid all the way around. They don't make mistakes defensively. They're really, really stacked on the mound. They're a really good team. They're a really, really good team. And obviously, they've shown their quality before, being national champions here. And I think it was 19 or something like that, or 18 maybe. Yeah, and just Coach Huber does a great job and continues to roll out, good team after good team. And they're a great opponent, and hopefully they bring out the best in us again today.
Resiliency has been the name of the game for your guys the last 2 weeks, losing the first game of the conference postseason tournament, coming through to win, losing the first game here, and hoping to duplicate that again.
Yeah, it definitely takes some resilience, it takes some fortitude and some relentlessness, just to just shut off that tired button and just go and keep pressing. We're going to have more of that again today. You and I talked about it, and it's a good thing we're not on the field. But the guys are going to have to, like I said, find that switch and go and invest themselves all the way for as long as it takes in this game. And, that's what this game requires. I think that's what our opponent will require from us. And, hopefully we've prepared them to do that.
Just 2 days rest, but you're going to give the ball to Colin Jones.
Yeah, short outing on Thursday, and ultra competitor has been preparing himself for today. Don't know what we'll get out of him in terms of length or anything, but just going to hope for the best possible start that he can give us. We know that he'll give us everything he's got, which is all that we can ask. And then again we'll go with whoever's available. All hands on deck, I believe, today.
Coach, good luck. We'll talk with you following the game.
Thanks so much, Bob.
Mules head coach Kyle Crooks, pregame comments before the matchup with Augustana here this afternoon. Those comments presented by your Edward Jones agent in Warrensburg, Alan Brandt. Invest for your future like the Mules. Prepare for their games with confidence. Your Edward Jones agent in Warrensburg, Alan Brandt. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Bob Jackson inviting you to stay tuned. More on the Lots Beach Automotive Dugout Show from Crane Stadium, Tompkins Field, coming up on the UCM Sports Radio Network.
The season is in full swing, and there's no need to leave the area to play a great round of golf. Mules National Golf Club, located at 5 Par Drive in Warrensburg, offers a beautiful yet challenging 18-hole golf course with Zoysia fairways, white sand bunkers, GPS carts, and a gorgeous island green. And with weekday rates being $31 and weekend rates only $38, you won't find a better deal around. For more information on leagues, tournaments, and memberships, visit mulesnational.com or give them a call, 660-543-4182. F&C Bank was founded in 1881, forming deep roots in Central Missouri's business and agricultural banking industry. Stop in and visit with their knowledgeable and caring business bankers, Greg Hall, Jeff Florida, and Ashley Herr. They work hard to get to know you, your business, and will exceed your expectations. You can also visit their convenient locations in Warrensburg, Holden, or Lone Jack, or visit their website, fncbank.com, or give them a call at 660-747-5559. F&C Bank, finding solutions, creating relationships. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Back at Crane Stadium, Tompkins Field, Bob Jackson, Alex Kent with you as we get set for this winner-take-all Central Sub-Regional Championship round game. The Mules and the Vikings of Augustana. Let's take a look at the starting lineups presented by Hammond's Roofing, serving Warrensburg and the surrounding area for over 30 years. Hammond's Roofing specializes in new roofs, re-roofs, and gutters. Hammond's Roofing, the roofer you can trust to get the job done right. 660-238-3310 or hammondsroofing.com. The Mules, the visiting team today. Here's their lineup. Michael Chrisman will lead off and play in left field. Batting second in center field, Brennan Van Brusingen. John Prudhomme at first base bats third. And the designated hitter hitting fourth, Garrett Pennington. Isaiah Pawnee behind the plate, he'll bat fifth. Hitting sixth in right field, Sam Tatum. Batting seventh, second base, Donovan Ditto. Shortstop batting eighth, Harrison Schnurbush. And batting ninth, playing third base, Jacob Steele. Senior right-hander Colin Jones on 2 days rest gets the start. He is 9-1 with an ERA of 3.71. Mules coming into play today, 46-8. Their 32nd NCAA appearance. They are 84-29 in regional play. Kyle Crooks, his 8th year as head coach, 302-107, his career record. Now the lineup for the Vikings of Augustana, 46-11 under 14th year head coach Tim Huber. Max Mosser will lead off. He'll play in left field. In center field, batting second, Carter Howell. Jordan Barth will play third base and bat third. The designated hitter batting fourth, Will Olson. Jack Hines, the shortstop, hits fifth. At second base, batting sixth, JT Mix. Jackson Rosenkrantz in right field bats seventh. Hitting eighth at first base, Luke Ballwick. Catching, batting ninth, Dre Dirksen. Also on just 2 days rest, getting a start for Augustana, left-hander Tanner Brown, who is 8-1 with an ERA of 2.05. That's your starting lineups presented by Hammond's Roofing. Our umpiring crew today has Nate Foley behind the plate, Sean Johnston at first base, Lance Vaughn at second, Ryan Carl at third. Our introduction of umpires presented by Warrensburg Chrysler, your 5-star authorized dealer on Business 50 in Warrensburg and at warrensburgchrysler.com. First pitch from Crane Stadium coming up after this.
Here's another real estate market report brought to you by Key Realty. Area sales prices were just over 4% higher than from the same time last year, but the number of sales was 14% lower than last year. And home inventory is even lower than last year, with the supply of new and existing homes currently at 1 month. We can help you wade through this conundrum at Key Realty. We've been local now for 45 years. We don't answer to anyone in Kansas City. Key Realty on the little bitty driveway that leads to the big hotel.
When I take the stairs, it sounds like I'm popping popcorn. But hey, isn't knee pain just part of growing old? My wife got me a doctor appointment. Hope they have an elevator.
Western Missouri Medical Center is your partner for life's ups and downs. Our experienced board-certified orthopedic surgeons can alleviate chronic pain and sports injuries. Take the first step toward feeling better today. Western Missouri Medical Center, your partner for health.
When you're looking at college, you don't want a piece of paper. You want an opportunity. The opportunity to lead, to innovate, to excel beyond what you thought possible. At the University of Central Missouri, we give you more support so your ambition faces fewer obstacles. Embrace your potential at a university that's been consistently ranked as a top university by the Princeton Review and U.S. News and World Report. Choose from undergraduate and graduate degrees in Warrensburg, Lee Summit, and online. Discover UCM. Discover opportunity in action.
Bob Jackson, Alex Kent back at Crane Stadium, Tompkins Field. We've just had our national anthem, and we're going to get set to play baseball here momentarily. Augustana will be the home team, so they'll be taking the field here in just a moment. Time now to get a key to a win today, presented by Key Realty, Warrensburg's real estate expert since 1977, Key Realty of Warrensburg. As always, I turn to Alex Kent for his key to a win.
You know, when you've got two teams that are evenly matched like this, I think it comes down to playing clean defensively. Both teams made one error last night. And also, I look at the starting pitchers, both guys coming back on short rest. It will be interesting to see what they each have in the tank. You know they're seniors. Their competitors are going to leave everything out there. But it's which guy can control his breathing and command the strike zone.
That key to a win again presented by Key Realty of Warrensburg. Well, this game will decide who plays the Mule Riders of Southern Arkansas in the Central Super Regional next Friday and Saturday. The Mules win. The Mule Riders come here for the best 2 out of 3. Augustana wins. The Vikings go to Magnolia, Arkansas to play Southern Arkansas. So I know who the Mule Riders are going to be cheering for today, but Mule fans and a good crowd on hand, hoping the Mules will be here next Friday and Saturday.
Absolutely. It's, you know, we talked about it last night, the home field advantage, and I think that's one of the things that has been able to energize the Mules as they get ready to play their 5th game since Thursday. That having that home crowd, sleeping in your own bed, having your clubhouse to be in and be in that routine, it definitely does not hurt having those things available to you, your family, your friends. It's a common thing that you've been doing really all year.
That NCAA update presented by Warrensburg Ford, where you get the best vehicles at the best prices. East Business 50 in Warrensburg, or visit them online at warrensburgford.com. We are set to go. Hope you enjoy the broadcast as Michael Chrisman will step in against the left-hander Tanner Brown, 6'2", 205 senior from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, the home of Augustana University. And the left-hander's first pitch to Michael Chrisman is a breaking ball that falls in for a strike, and we are underway. Michael Chrisman had the big 2-run home run last night to put the Mules ahead after they trailed 4-3. Mules won 7-4. Tanner Brown's next pitch, breaking ball outside. It is 1-1. Tanner Brown has good numbers, 8-1, a 2.05 ERA, 74 2/3 innings, 104 strikeouts. Opponents hit 211 against him. Chrisman looks at a pitch up and in for ball 2. Michael Chrisman, 330. Half a dozen home runs, 51 driven in. 70 hits on the season for the left-hander. Pitch on the way, and that's inside for ball 3. Michael Chrisman's home run last night was just his 3rd hit in this sub-regional. He's 3 for 18. 3 balls, 1 strike. Tanner Brown's pitch is outside, ball 4. So Michael Chrisman draws a leadoff walk for the Mules. That'll get Brennan Van Bruzingen to the plate, hitting .431, 15 home runs, 67 RBIs. He and, like several Mules, have had a great sub-regional. He's 10 for 20. 1 home run, 3 driven in. The Mules, as a team in the sub-regional, hitting .399. They come in overall this year, a batting average of .358. Michael Chrisman, the lead at first base, as Tanner Brown delivers and drops a good breaking ball in for a called strike. Tanner Brown, in his last start, which was here on Thursday against Minnesota State, lasted only an inning and a third. Gave up 6 hits, a walk, 2 strikeouts, 5 runs, all earned. The left-hander gets the sign from his catcher, Dre Dirksen. Michael Chrisman, the lead at first. The pitch to Van Bruzingen is a good fastball on the inside corner for a strike. The count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Brandon had a 3-hit game here last night against Augustana, including his 16th double. 1 ball, or baseman, .389. Team high 19 home runs and a team high 69 driven in. John Prudhomme, last night against Augustana, was hitless in 5 at-bats. That snapped his hitting streak, which was at 16. Throw to first, Chrisman is back. John is 8 for 20 here in the sub-regional. Has no home runs and 3 driven in. 81 overall hits, 4 behind the team leader, Brennan Van Bruzingen. Chrisman the lead at first. The pitch to John Prudhomme is a high fastball. 1 ball and no strikes.
And early on, we're seeing good velocity from the Augustana starter, Tanner Brown. But just a little bit off with his command. That's, I think, key today.
1 ball, no strikes to John Prudhomme. Instead of throw to first, Michael Chrisman, not a big lead. Mules wearing the gray pants, red tops. Augustana, the white pants, and the gold tops. Third base coach, Kyle Crooks. First base coach is Alex Backus. 1 ball, no strikes to Prudhomme. Way outside and high. 2 balls and no strikes. 400 to straightaway center field here at Crane Stadium, Tompkins Field. The wind today, much like it was last night, blowing out to right center field. 5-10 miles per hour, that northwesterly wind. 2-0 on John Prudhomme, right-handed batter. Chrisman, the lead at first, takes a jump off first. Here's the pitch, and a high breaking ball. It's 3-0. Garrett Pennington waits on deck for the Mules.
And this is a good opportunity. Prudhomme, who 0 for 5 last night with a punch out, he's got an opportunity to sit on a pitch in a location. And if it's not there, you take it, and then you go at it 3-1. But if you get your pitch, try to be short and try to hit a ball into the gap.
3-0 to John Prudhomme. Chrisman not a big lead at first. John takes a strike. And the count 3 balls and 1 strike.
And that's a good take. That's a really good pitcher's pitch. Fastball down at the bottom of the knees. So you're still in the driver's seat here if you're John Prudhomme. Up 3-1. You can still sit on a pitch in a location. You don't have to go chasing here.
And let's see if the Mules do something with this 3-1 pitch. Again, Michael Chrisman not a big lead at first base. 1 out. And a throw to first. Tanner Brown thinking possibly along the same lines that maybe Mules might want to send the runner with Prudhomme ahead in the count 3-1. The right fielder Rosenkrantz, as he did last night against Prudhomme, playing in dead right center field. 3 balls, 1 strike, and another strike. So Brown able to locate that fastball, same spot. Right of the knees for strike 2. So a full count, 3-2. 84 home runs this year for the Mules. Again, a team batting average 358, but 399 here in this sub-regional. Full count, Chrisman the lead at first. There he goes, swing and a miss. Throw down to second, and he is out. So Tanner Brown is able to battle back after falling behind 3-0 to John Prudhomme. Comes back to strike him out, and then the throw out of Michael Chrisman trying to steal second base. So the strike him out, throw him out, double play ends the top of the first for the Mules. Nothing for UCM in the top of inning number 1. Colin Jones takes the mound for the Mules against the Vikings. No score here at Crane Stadium, Tompkins Field.
When you can't be everywhere at once, it's time to multiply. Hi, I'm Casey Lund from Warrensburg Collision, and today I'm not here to tell you about waterborne paint. We've been leaders in collision repair since 2001. That's why we decided to expand and bring the best collision repair to you. We've changed our name to Collision Leaders and acquired 4 additional locations: Sedalia, Higginsville, Grain Valley, and Odessa, plus our original location in Warrensburg. Now with 5 locations, we can better serve West Central Missouri. Same people, same great service. Call Collision Leaders today in any market or visit us online at collisionleaders.com. The crown of quality.
You're listening to UCM Athletics on 1450 KOKO Warrensburg and 98.5 KWKJ Windsor, Warrensburg, Sedalia. UCM Athletics brought to you by Central Bank of Warrensburg, your hometown operated bank. We live where you live. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Bob Jackson, Alex Kent back at Crane Stadium, Tompkins Field. Connor Cummings, our studio engineer this afternoon. Mules will be on the field now defensively for the first time against the Vikings of Augustana, who come in a 46-11 record, 330 batting average as a team, 86 home runs coming into play today. They are hitting 345 in their 3 sub-regional games so far. This game started just a little bit before 1 o'clock, 61 degrees at first pitch. Game time at 10 presented by Warrensburg Ford. East Business 50 in Warrensburg are online at warrensburgford.com. Colin Jones, 6'1", senior right-hander, Leavenworth, Kansas. Pitched 5 innings here on Thursday night against Ouachita Baptist. Gave up 5 hits, 4 runs, all earned, couple of walks, and 3 strikeouts. He gets set to take on Max Mosser, the left fielder, and a left-handed batter showing bunt. First pitch going to be down low for ball 1. Colin Jones, 16th start this year. 80 innings, 71 hits, 18 walks, 65 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .233. ERA of 3.71. Next pitch to Mosser, had a good cut at a fastball and fouled it back. Max Mosser, .312. 1 home run, 15 driven in. Got Augustana off to a quick start last night with a single and scored a run in that 2-run first inning. Mosser overall in this sub-regional is 4 for 14. 3 RBIs. 1-1 pitch coming. Good fastball in there for a called strike.
And if you're wondering about the scouting report from the coaching staff on Colin Jones, first word, competitor. He's a guy that's going to compete. He's got 4 pitches, but that's why he gets the ball today.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch to Mosser is slow and outside. It's 2-2. For Colin Jones, this is his 68th appearance as a Mule, dating back to 2018. And start number 54. His career record is 27-5. 2-2 pitch coming to Mosser. Just a little bit outside. Boy, Colin wanted that. And the count runs full, 3-2 on the leadoff hitter for Augustana, Max Mosser.
A good tailing fastball there that just missed that outside corner.
Let's see if Colin tries it again. Mules playing Mosser to pull. Pitch on the way, and he throws a high fastball for ball 4. So just like the Mules, Augustana puts their leadoff man on via walk as Max Mosser is at first base. Augustana likes to run. They have 105 stolen bases this year. Mosser only has 4. Carter Howell will hit. He's the center fielder for the Vikings. .402 average, 14 homers, 68 driven in. Right-handed batter against Colin Jones. Showing bunt, and he bunts it foul right at the plate. Carter Howell last night hit a triple with Mosser at first base to drive in the first run and then later scored. He was 2 for 4, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Carter Howell here in this sub-regional is 6 for 13. Has a couple of home runs as well. Overall, again, he has 14. Mosser the lead at first base. 0-1 on Carter Howell. Collin will throw over, and back in time is Max Mosser.
And this Vikings lineup, very, very good, as Coach Crooks mentioned in the pregame, power and speed throughout the lineup. But really, I think it's the top 3 hitters that make this lineup go. Last night, Mosser and Howell both getting on base and scoring those 2 runs in the first.
0-1 on Howell. Mosser the lead at first base. Colin Jones to the plate. Popped up on the infield. Donovan Ditto, almost in his tracks, will make the catch for the first out. Carter Howell out on a pop-up to second base. 1 away for Jordan Barth, the third baseman. Jordan Barth, 374, 15 home runs. He has driven in 51. Last night, hitless in 3 at-bats. Did have an RBI ground out. Jordan Barth, 3 for 13 in this sub-regional. 1 double, 1 home run. Big right-handed batter. Colin Jones checks Mosser at first, throws over. The Mules last night turned over 4 double plays. So they're already thinking about that right now. Colin Jones peering in for the sign from his battery mate, Isaiah Pawnee. The right-hander delivers as Barth shows bunt, bunts it foul, Steele a headlong dive in foul territory, but comes up a little bit short despite the great effort. Jacob Steele plays third today. Harrison Schnurbush at short. Donovan Ditto at second. John Prudhomme at first. The outfield of Chrisman in left. Van Brusingen in center. And Tatum in right. They are straight up right now against Jordan Barth. Count 0-1 on the third baseman for the Vikings. Colin Jones says okay to the sign. And delivers. Breaking ball stayed outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. That's the pitch, Alex, that Colin's been just not commanding in his last couple of starts.
Yeah, you know he's going to have a good fastball in the low to mid 90s, but it's if he can command that second pitch, that breaking ball, it can be really good. And then he will throw that changeup as well.
1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch to Barth, way outside, a sweeping breaking ball. And the count 2-1. Tim Huber, the 14th-year head coach for Augustana, 1 win away from 500 in his career. Leading Augustana into their 6th regional. They were the 2018 national champs. Mules played them in the Central Regional in Magnolia, Arkansas. Barth hits it down the right field line, but foul. Count 2-2. Runner at first, 1 out. Bottom of the first, no score. Each team got their leadoff man on with a walk. Colin thinking about the next pitch that he will throw after he gets the sign from Isaiah Pawnee as to what pitching coach Ethan Westfall wants him to throw. 2-2 to Jordan Barth. Will Olson waiting on deck. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to third and past Jacob Steele down the left field line. Mosser is heading to third. The throw to second. Barth is safe. That ball kind of took a funny hop over Jacob Steele, and he just wasn't able to corral that hard-hit ground ball.
Yeah, ball was hit well. It kind of had some top spin on it. We talked about it on Friday. Sometimes Cole Moore had a similar ball like that the first couple hops on the green turf are a little bit different than when it gets to the brown turf. It's just a little bit more compact on the brown turf, and that ball skips up right over Steele's head and down the line for a double, but Chrisman able to cut it off to keep the runner from scoring.
So second and third, 1 out for Augustana for the cleanup hitter Will Olson. Olson 385, 13 home runs, 55 driven in. Olson 1 for 2 last night with a walk. Colin Jones from the stretch pitches. Low and inside, ball 1. Olson in this sub-regional, 4 for 12. Has a double and a home run. He doubled last night. against the Mules. Augustana had second and third, one out with 2 runs in and didn't add on. That was key. 1 ball, no strikes to Olson. Here's Colin Jones' pitch. Breaking ball fouled back. Count 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, and Colin got away with a mistake there. That breaking ball too much up in the zone. Luckily, it was out and off the plate away, so Olson could not get extended and get the barrel through that pitch.
Will Olson, who started his career at Nebraska Kearney. And when that program disbanded after 2018, transferred to Augustana. 1 ball, 1 strike. Colin Jones to the plate. Ground ball towards short. A run's going to score. Schnurbush throw to first is in time. But the Mules infield was back. And so Olson, by putting the bat on the ball, drives in the game's first run. Mosser scoring from first base.
Yeah, similar to what you saw the Mules defense do last night. They, a lot of outs to get here in this game still. So what you're trying to do by playing your infield back there and exchanging the out for the run is making sure that you don't have a big inning. Try to limit the damage to 1 now.
Well, the Vikings, a runner at third, 2 outs for the shortstop, Jack Hines. 370 average, 10 home runs, 36 driven in. Colin Jones pitch. There's a good breaking ball that catches the outside corner. Hines 1 for 3 last night. He is 6 of 13 in the sub-regional with 4 of those 6 hits doubles. Augustana jumps on top as they did last night, 1-0. Bottom of the first. Here's the pitch. Tapped off the plate. Foul, and now 0-2. Jordan Barth is the runner at third base for Augustana. He's there now with 2 down. Outfield straight away for the Mules. And they are playing at pretty normal depth. The wind again will help any ball hit to center, or right center field, or right field today. That wind out of the north, about 5 miles per hour.
Look for Colin Jones to stay hard here with a fastball. Hines had trouble with the fastball last night.
0-2 pitch coming, and he struck him out with a good breaking ball. So Colin Jones throws 2 really good breaking balls in that pitch sequence and gets out of the inning with minimal damage. The leadoff walk for Augustana does come around to score. The Vikings jump on top with 1 in the bottom of the first. We head to the top of the second here at Crane Stadium, Tompkins Field. Augustana leading the Mules 1-0.
When you buy a used car, how do you know that it hasn't been in an accident, experienced water damage, or worse, have major engine problems? This is Kyle Wymuth with WK. Here, all pre-owned vehicles less than 10 years old and under 100,000 miles come standard with peace of mind, wrapped up inside a 6-month, 6,000-mile powertrain warranty. And because we sell more vehicles than anyone in West Central Missouri, we get more quality trades, so we don't have to shop the used car auctions. For used car peace of mind, visit WK in Sedalia, Boonville, and at WKFamily.com.
1-0 Augustana with the lead through 1 here at Crane Stadium, Tompkins Field. The Mules have the middle 3 in the order. Coming up to face the left-hander Tanner Brown, who walked Michael Chrisman to start the top of the first, but then struck out both Van Brusingen and Prudhomme. And the Prudhomme strikeout turned into a strike him out, throw him out, and double play to win the inning. Last night, the Mules trailed 2-0 and then scored 3 on the bottom of the second, so let's see what Mules can do here in the top of inning number 2 on this Sunday afternoon. Garrett Pennington, 386, 10 home runs and 49 driven in. Pennington got the Mules started in that second inning last night with a double. He was 1 for 3, had a walk, 2 runs scored. Garrett Pennington's double last night, his 21st this season. Garrett has now reached base safely in 23 straight games. First pitch swung on and missed. No balls, 1 strike.
And we've seen Brown, the starter for Augustana, really go to that breaking ball for his first pitch to try to get ahead.
0-1 on Garrett Pennington, and he hammers it into the gap in left center field. So like he did last night, Garrett Pennington will have a stand-up double to start the Mules' second inning, trailing in this ballgame.
Yeah, just like last night, it came on a fastball, too. So a great job by Pennington out here watching BP. They actually got to take BP on the field before the game since there was no other games going on, and he was working really hard to drive balls into the right center gap to help him stay on pitches a little bit longer. Rewarded right there with a good double.
5th double in this sub-regional. Now Isaiah Pawnee, 436, 8 home runs, 47 driven in. Pawnee is 9 for 16 in the Mules' 4 games in this sub-regional. Pitch on the way to Pawnee, a little chin music. Isaiah had to lean out of the way of that one up. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Pawnee 2 for 4. RBI and a run scored last night. So Garrett Pennington, leadoff double. Mules have the tying run at second base. Nobody out here in the top of the second. Tanner Brown, a peek back to Garrett Pennington at second. Here's the pitch to Pawnee. Slow breaking ball, stayed outside. It's 2-0. Tanner Brown is a left-handed pitcher, and the way he throws has a very smooth delivery to the plate. Looks like you really can't pick up what he's throwing, fastball or change-up or even a breaking ball. He kind of has the same motion delivery.
Yeah, the key is that arm speed. He keeps the arm speed the same on all 3 pitches.
2 balls, no strikes to Pawnee. Pawnee gets jammed with a breaking ball that was down on him. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. And that could be the toughest thing for a hitter, right?
Yeah, pitching, if you want to simplify the game of baseball, which it's not, but if you were going to, it's about hitters' ability to be on time, to get their barrel to the baseball, and the pitcher's ability to mess up the hitter's timing. And you do that by throwing multiple pitches at different speeds, but you have to keep your arm speed the same so hitters don't get tipped off that something else is coming.
2 balls, 1 strike to Isaiah Pawnee. First baseman, Ballwick, still not sure he's not going to bunt. Barth, the third baseman, starts to come in too. Pawnee trying to go to right field with that fastball, fouls it back, so it's 2-2.
And there is a big opening with the second baseman Mix basically holding Pennington on at second, as Ballwig will now take a couple steps back and a couple steps to his right to try to cover up that 3-hole, but still a big hole on that right side of the infield.
And Rosencrantz, the right fielder, playing pretty much straight up and right because they remember Pawnee last night, opposite field double. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Pawnee. Brown's pitch, ground ball to third. That's not going to advance Pennington. Barth's throw to first is going to be in time for the out. So Pawnee unable to advance Pennington to third as he grounds out to Barth, the third baseman.
Yeah, and a good job by Barth, the third baseman there. He kind of shuffled his feet multiple times and checked Pennington with his eyes to make sure that Pennington was heading back to second so that he could not advance and get to third base with less than 2 outs.
So 1 away here in the top of the second for Sam Tatum. Lefty-lefty matchup. Sam 360, 3 home runs, 26 driven in. Tanner Brown from the stretch will check the runner at second in Garrett Pennington. Now he pitches to Sam Tatum. Pitch down low, good stop by the catcher, Dre Dirksen. Tatum last night, 1 for 2. Had a run scored. Sam in this regional, 3 for 12. Has scored 3, has a double, and 1 RBI.
A lot of long at-bats for Tatum this weekend. Seeing the ball well, working a lot of full counts.
Sam has hit the ball well against left-handers to left field. Mosser, the left fielder, playing shallow. With that in mind, Brown turns, doesn't throw to second base. Center fielder Howell also playing shallow, as is Rosencrantz. Tanner Brown, 1 ball, no strikes to Sam Tatum. Lefty again, a check of Pennington at second base. Pitch to Tatum, rolled right side, and threw into right field. Here comes Pennington. Rosencrantz throw to the plate, up the line, and Pennington is safe.
Tatum just a little bit out in front of it, but able to roll it through the 3-hole on the right side. And there was no doubt in Coach Crooks' mind. He was sending Pennington all the way there. He wants to challenge, and that's what the Mules do. They're aggressive on the base pass. They want to challenge you to play catch and be perfect. The throw from Rosencrantz would have beat Pennington, but it was up the third base line, so Pennington in to even the score at 1.
Sam Tatum comes through for the Mules. 1-1 game, top of the second. Here's Donovan Ditto. Donovan, 336, 4 homers, 31 driven in. Sam Tatum the lead at first base. The pitch to Ditto from Brown, and that hit him. Tanner Brown coming in too much on Donovan Ditto. Ditto, who has hit well in this sub-regional, 7 for 15 hit by a pitch. So first and second, one out for the Mules for Harrison Snurbush. Harrison, 314, 6 homers, 51 driven in. Snurbush is 5 for 17 with 1 home run, 6 RBIs in this sub-regional. He was 0 for 3, but had an RBI last night for the Mules. So Tanner Brown with runners at first and second, one out, a 1-1 game, top of the second. From the stretch, pitches, and that hits Snurbush. So all of a sudden, Tanner Brown, no command at all, Alex.
Yeah, the fastball is what hit Ditto, and right there, that was just a breaking ball that he way overthrew, trying to get it down to his back foot, and that one gets Snurbush on the front foot, and now the entire defensive infield for the Vikings is going to come in and try to take a deep breath, break up the rhythm, and get the starter Tanner Brown back into his good rhythm that he had in the first.
Well, maybe that single by Tatum flustered him a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. It's the Mules have faced elimination. This is their third day.
Yeah.
So Augustana, now you go from being in the driver's seat, and I think we saw it last night with how they managed the ball game. They were doing everything they could to win last night, and the Mules had some big hits late to get and force today's game. So a big opportunity here early in the top of the second for the Mules.
And the freshman Jacob Steele at the plate, 326, 3 homers, 23 driven in. Bases full, 1 out for the Mules. Pitch to Steele, started to swing and held up on that big breaking ball. Jacob Steele last night went 1 for 2 with a run scored, had a walk, had a couple of great defensive plays. Jacob overall 3 for 5 in the sub-regional. Getting the start today with a left-hander on the mound. 1 ball, no strikes to Jacob Steele. The lefty kicks and delivers, and this is inside, ball 2. So Tanner Brown has missed with 4 in a row, and Steele now in the driver's seat on this at bat.
And that's been a consistent ball early in this game from our home plate umpire. Nate Foley has not been giving the inside corner as that ball just misses.
2 balls, no strikes to Steele. Lefty kicks and delivers. Low ball 3, although the umpire, I think, flinched.
He shifted a little bit, and that's one of those borderline calls from our view up here. We can see inside, outside really well. That's the one pitch, the pitch down and in. It's tough to see if it catches that knee or not. Mules and Steele now ahead 3-0.
3 balls, no strikes. Let's see what the lefty throws, and he throws a strike. He was 3-0 on Prudhomme, remember. Came back to strike him out.
And knowing that, I would expect Steele to be looking for a fastball and to be aggressive in this 3-1 count with the bases loaded.
3 balls, 1 strike to Jacob Steele. Bases loaded. 1-1 game, top of the second. Tanner Brown from the stretch delivers. Strike 2, inside corner fastball. He wasn't going to give in to Jacob. Located a fastball on that inside corner.
Yeah, that was a really good pitch. And if you're Steele, you're looking for something out over the plate to get extended. Once you see that fastball inside, you tip your cap and now go to work 3-2.
Jacob has to protect the plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Tanner Brown again checks the runners. The pitch to Steele. Hit foul off the right side. And we'll do it again. Tanner Brown's a strikeout guy. 104 strikeouts, 74 innings. So he's looking for a strikeout right now. Infield is back for Augustana, looking for an inning-ending double play. 3-2 on the freshman third baseman, Jacob Steele. Michael Chrisman on deck. Tanner Brown gets the sign, delivers. Ground ball up the middle, and it's caught by the shortstop. Flips to second for 1, but not in time for the double play. But that was a great play by Hines, the shortstop, to prevent probably a 2-run single. The Mules get 1 on the fielder's choice, 6-4.
Yeah, that ball was placed perfectly. Almost got through the CNI single, but a good job by Hines. He takes a good angle towards shallow center field, catches it, and kind of runs once again an option pitch to Mix, the second baseman. Mix tried to turn the double play, but Steele got down the line too quick.
So the Mules lead 2-1. First and third for Michael Chrisman with 2 outs. Pitch to Michael. Big sweeping breaking ball outside. Ball 1. Michael Chrisman walked his first at bat. Got caught stealing second base for a strike him out, throw him out double play to end the top of the first inning. The Mules in this inning have a double and a single and 2 hit batters. 1 ball, no strikes to Michael Chrisman, and a ground ball base hit. Center field. Steele to second to stop there. Ditto scores. Michael Chrisman, big RBI single.
Another big swing from the veteran transfer, Chrisman. And he's hit a lot of balls on the ground this weekend. The one big fly last night that ended up being the difference in the game, but right there, able to find the ball, get the ball through the middle, drive in the 3rd run of the inning for the Mules.
So first and second, 2 out for Brennan Van Brusingen. Brennan, a strikeout victim in the first inning. So he's had a chance to see Tanner Brown. We'll see what adjustments each make. Runners lead away at first and second. Tanner Brown, a peek back to the runner at second base, drops in a good breaking ball for strike 1. So one of the guys hit by a pitch has scored. Tatum and Pennington, who got base hits, have also scored. 0-1 on Brennan Van Brusingen, the co-MIAA and Region Player of the Year. Looking to add more damage here in the top of the second inning. 3-1 Mules. Pitch to Brennan, and that was inside. Runners are going. Here's the throw to third and out at third base. I think the Mules thought it might have got away further from Dre Dirksen, but it didn't. And Jacob Steele gunned down trying to go to third base. So the Mules have had a couple of guys thrown out on the base paths. Leave one in the second after scoring 3 runs. We head to the bottom of the second. Mules now lead Augustana 3-1.
The season is in full swing, and there's no need to leave the area to play a great round of golf. Mules National Golf Club, located at 5 Par Drive in Warrensburg, offers a beautiful yet challenging 18-hole golf course with Zoysia fairways, white sand bunkers, GPS carts, and a gorgeous island green. And with weekday rates being $31 and weekend rates only $38, you won't find a better deal around. For more information on leagues, tournaments, and memberships, visit mulesnational.com or give them a call, 660-543-4182.
Well, the Mules, like they did last night, kind of funny how baseball is. They fall behind by 2 last night, fall behind by 1 today, and still get 3 in the second inning.
Yeah, and it goes back to they've been playing with their backs against the wall. And to the Mules' credit, after a long day of baseball yesterday to force today, and a long day Friday, they have been locked in at the plate. When the pitcher's fallen behind and has made mistakes, they've made them pay. And right there, that's one of those ones where I like the aggressiveness. It's something weird happened at home plate. I think the ball was blocked and bounced off Van Brusingen, and Steele had already committed, and it just fell right into Dirksen's lap, and he makes a great throw to Barth covering at third for the third out.
So bottom of the second inning, JT Mix at the plate for Augustana against Colin Jones. JT Mix, 318, 2 homers, 34 driven in. Showing bunt, first pitch is low and outside for a ball. JT Mix last night, hitless in 4 at-bats, had a strikeout. He is 2 for 14 in the sub-regional. Right-handed batter against Colin Jones. Ground ball toward third, and that'll be foul. Count even, 1 ball and 1 strike. It is a gorgeous day here at the ballpark. 62 degrees. Light northerly wind blowing straight out to right center. And sunny skies. A little bit hazy, but we'll call it sunny. 1 ball, 1 strike to JT Mix. Again, shows a bunt, punts it up, and foul. Jacob Steele, that time didn't dive for it. They have tried to drop it along third on the freshman third baseman twice. Now it's 1-2 strikes on Mix.
Yeah, that is something that they want to try to pressure this Mules defense. And with Steele, he plays so deep. Steele, the shortstop, playing third base, likes to have that depth so he can use his range to go get baseballs.
1-2 to JT Mix. Colin Jones to the plate. Strike 3 called. Great fastball in the outside corner.
And Mix maybe thinking that was going to be low and away, but Isaiah Pawnee, once again, a great job of catching that ball. He gets underneath it and really sticks it at the bottom of the zone for the strikeout.
That's why they really like catchers that can frame pitches so well, right?
That's right. And Isaiah, a lot of times you'll see he puts a knee down so to help get that low pitch.
Now Jackson Rosenkrantz takes a good breaking ball over for a strike, 0-1. Rosenkrantz, 287, 7 homers, 34 driven in. He has been the best hitter for Augustana in the regional. 6 for 11, a couple of triples. He has also driven in 3 runs. Pitch to Rosenkrantz, showing a bunt, takes a pitch inside for a ball. Rosenkrantz, 2 for 4 last night, and scored a run. Augustana, for the most part, except for JT Mix, they have a big lineup. 1-1 pitch, showing bunt, pulls it back, and takes a breaking ball outside, 2-1.
You know, one thing with these drag bunt attempts, as Rosenkrantz kind of showed it there, Colin Jones is a very good athlete on that mound, so that allows Steele to play a little bit deeper. So if you're Augustana, if you're going to drop a drag bunt down, you have to make sure it's close to the line.
2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch to Rosenkrantz. He does bunt again and pops it up foul. Isaiah Pawnee looking for it, just couldn't find it. It was to his right. So it's 2-2.
So that's through the first 7 hitters, 4 drag bunt attempts, all unsuccessful, all balls popped foul.
Well, we'll see. I don't think he'd do it here with 2 strikes, but we'll see if Augustana is intent on trying to drop one along third or even first. 2-2 with 1 out. Here in the bottom of the second, Colin Jones' pitch is chopped to third, right near the bag. Jacob Steele straightens up and throws a strike to first. Far out, number 2.
And Steele gets to show off that range, footwork, and the strong arm that made him such a good prep shortstop and got the eyes and attention of the Mules coaching staff as he ranges to his right, backhand field, and the good throw to Prudhomme.
So 2 up and 2 down now for the first baseman, Luke Ballwick. Left-handed batter, 313. 5 home runs, 25 driven in. Colin Jones to Luke Ballwick. First pitch is down low. Ballwick 0 for 4 last night, but did have an RBI. His RBI put Augustana ahead 4-3. He is 2 for 9 here in the sub-regional. Colin Jones' pitch, low, 2-0. Both hits have been for extra bases, a triple and a home run. He has driven in 6. So all his hits have been very productive. Big, strong-looking left-handed batter, 2-0 pitch coming. That ball is hammered into right field. Sam Tatum going back, and it is gone. That just jet stream into that line drive. We said he's a big, strong left-handed batter, and he got under that just enough to get it over the wall in right center field.
Yeah, he hit a towering home run here on Friday night against Ouachita Baptist. That one not towering, but got out of here in a hurry. And Jones fall behind 2-0, and he tries to get ahead by flipping a breaking ball in. The problem is it stayed up in the zone, and Ballwig didn't miss it.
So Augustana with their 87th home run this year. Their 8th here in Warrensburg in the sub-regional. Cuts the lead to 1, 3-2 Mules. Or the number 9 hitter, Dre Dirksen. 280, 14 home runs, 35 RBIs. Colin Jones' pitch is hit a long way to left, and this game is going to be tied. So Colin has had 2 pitches up, and back-to-back pitches, Augustana, back-to-back home runs to tie the game.
And I was just going to say, even though he's in the 9 hole, you can't flip something in there with 14 home runs on the year, and Jones does that, a breaking ball just to get me over at the top of the zone, and Dirksen doesn't miss that one either.
His 3rd home run here in the sub-regional. his 15th overall. So just like that, on 2 swings of the bat for Augustana, the game is tied. And now back to the top of the order for Max Mosser. Showing bunt again. That ball ends up hitting Mosser, apparently.
Jones just getting a little sped up here. Might be a good time for a visit, but he makes a couple pitches that just stayed up, and then right there, Mosser, speed guy. After home runs, if you're a speed guy, good time to lay down a bunt, but that fastball hits Mosser in the foot.
So a runner at first base, 2 outs for Carter Howell, who popped out to the second baseman, his first at bat. And that ball is hit a long way to left field. Crispin is back to the wall. It is gone. And all of a sudden, Colin Jones is unable to get the ball by these Augustana hitters. And they have hit 3 home runs here in this bottom of the second inning.
So 4 straight pitches, home run, hit by pitch, and then a 2-run homer right there to give a 5-3 lead and a 4 spot here in the bottom of the second.
Now Ethan Westfall will walk out to the mound and visit with his senior right-hander. So Augustana really zeroed in on these last few pitches from Colin Jones, Alex, and when you struggle like that, throwing the ball where you want to, when you miss your location to guys like this is going to happen.
And the 3 home runs in this inning, I think all 3 pitches, he kind of slowed down his arm. It was almost like he was just trying to guide it in there and hit his spot instead of just, picking up his catcher and throwing it through, as this visit does allow the Mules bullpen to get going. Colin has pitched a lot of big games and, still work to do here for the senior right-hander. That happens sometimes, but you have to keep that focus. You can't just take for granted that they're going to take, because Augustana will be aggressive early in the count.
Jordan Barth at the plate now for the Vikings. 4 runs in the last 4 hitters. Breaking ball outside. Colin retired the first 2 here in the inning. And then back-to-back solo home runs on back-to-back pitches. A hit batter and another home run. Jordan Barth, he doubled his first at bat. Colin throws a pitch down low for a ball, 2-0. Right-hander going to work in the Mules bullpen. Colin Jones delivers. Breaking ball just outside, ball 3, and Colin asking the home plate umpire if the pitch was outside. So Colin's going to walk behind the pitcher's mound and try to regain his composure. In the nightmarish last 4 hitters. Pitch on the way. There's a fastball for a strike to Jordan Barth.
Talked about it last night. This is like a heavyweight bout. 2 guys just exchanging blows back and forth, and Augustana with the 4-run blow so far here in the second.
3 balls, 1 strike to Barth. Colin Jones pitches, ground ball to third. Going to be a tough hop, but nice play from Jacob Steele to throw to first for the out. So damage done, bottom of the second inning for Augustana with 3 home runs to account for 4 runs. Nobody left. We head to the top of the third here at Crane Stadium, Tompkins Field. Augustana now leads the Mules 5-3.
Hi, I'm Kevin Seward from Lee Summit, Missouri, and Cliff Harris, Warrensburg Ford, just made me another happy customer.
Right now at Warrensburg Ford, order what you want, and Ford will reward you just for waiting for your new vehicle. Get Ford retail order bonus cash certificates of up to $1,000 on select models. Get the new Ford you want and get rewarded just for waiting at Warrensburg Ford.
Hi, I'm Cliff Harris, and I want you to be another happy customer.
Well, who knows what's going to happen in this ball game? We've seen already 8 runs scored in 2 innings. 3 home runs for Augustana. 5-3 lead Vikings. As Van Brusingen, Prudhomme, and Pennington get set to come to the plate against the left-hander Tanner Brown. So in heavyweight fights, as you described it, Alex, it's just get up and go back with your blows the best you can.
That's right. It's answer, the Mules last night, score 3 in the bottom of the second, and then in the top of the third, give one right back. Mules today score 3 in the top, and you love to have a 0 following a crooked number from the Mules, but Augustana answers with their own crooked number, so now it's the Mules offense. It's your job to get back up and go answer and at least push one run across. You got to answer their runs with something.
Van Brusigen, a strikeout victim in the first. He was at the plate when Jacob Steele was thrown out at third. Tanner Brown's first pitch to Van Brusigen. Breaking ball falls in for a strike. 0-1. Van Brusigen, who is 3-hit game here yesterday against Augustana, looking to start the Mules off in the top of the third. Looks at a breaking ball inside, 1-1. Outfield's going to play Brennan DePaul, the center fielder Howell, several steps to his right. And the right fielder Rosenkrantz playing deep right center field. Van Brusigen looks at a pitch away for ball 2.
Yeah, they're really just giving, and with Van Brusigen's speed, they're giving a triple away down that right field line. From the Mules championship shine to the pole is wide open.
Well, Rosenkrantz almost standing right in between in the scoreboard. That's how far in right center he is. Fastball up and in, 3-1. I don't think I've ever seen a right fielder play that much of a right center field gap.
Yeah, they're basically saying there's no chance he hits it down the right field line or even to straight up right field.
Well, let's see if Brennan can say, yes, I can. 3-1 pitch. They have swung a ball 4, a pitch up. Now it's 3-2. Tanner Brown has a live fastball. It, again, comes out of that same arm motion. So you really have to be careful and watch the release point. Payoff pitch coming to Van Brusigen. Strike 3 called, a breaking ball in the inside corner. So Van Brusigen takes one at the knees on the inside corner, and much like Isaiah Pawnee, Dre Dirksen does a good job of framing that pitch.
Yeah, and you see the fastball, curveball. That's how Tanner Brown goes about and gets so many of his punch outs. 104 of them coming into today.
Here's John Prudhomme. Brown takes something off a breaking ball, and John way out in front swings and misses. John Prudhomme, a strikeout victim in the first after Brown fell behind 3-0. That is 3 strikeouts now in the game for Tanner Brown. Prudhomme a swing and a miss. Now Brown throwing a fastball by him, and you can see Tanner Brown in this series pitching with much more confidence.
Yeah, after that 4 spot your offense puts up, he's going out there and filling up the zone.
0-2 on Prudhomme. Inside. Sounded like it hit him, but apparently hit the ground. So it's 1-2.
That's the second pitch that I've thought clipped one of the Mules hitters down the lower leg, but for not.
1-2 pitch to Prudhomme. Swinging a high fastball and fouled it back. Much like they played against Van Brusigen, Rosenkrantz in right center is almost in center field. So they are playing a complete pull shift sort of against Prudhomme. 1-2 pitch, hits it to right field, but Rosenkrantz can't get it. It's in for a hit. He was playing too deep, and the ball falls in front of him for a 1-out single for John.
And really, when you look at the positioning, there was a couple hitters last night where balls were hit hard right at them. So they clearly trust their scouting reports and align their guys aggressively, but that ball lands maybe one step in front of a straight-up right fielder.
Garrett Pennington at the plate with a runner at first base, 1 out. Garrett doubled to start the second and scored. So Garrett Pennington trying to do something here in the top of the third. The pitch from the left-hander Brown is outside for a ball. Garrett Pennington now 22 doubles. John Prudhomme has 16 stolen bases. We'll keep an eye on him. Dre Dirksen's already exhibited his really good arm. The Mules have already had 2 guys thrown out on the base paths. Throw over to first base, John Prudhomme back. Tanner Brown thinking about possibility the Mules might try something. Garrett, as Alex mentioned, batting practice today, trying to hit the balls to right field. A lot of room in right. Tanner Brown's pitch. Breaking ball catches the outside corner. Count 1 ball, 1 strike.
And Brown, that's been his go-to pitch. Yeah, he's been able to throw a couple fastballs by Mules hitters, but he's been getting ahead primarily with that good overhand breaking ball. If you're Pennington, like to see one of those left up in the zone.
1 ball, 1 strike to Garrett Pennington. John Prudhomme the lead at first. Tanner Brown throws to first. And John, not a real big lead, is back easily. Alex Backus directing traffic at first with Kyle Crooks coaching third. 1-1 to Pennington. Brown's pitch. Big swing, no contact. And it's 0-2 on Pennington. Looked like he was trying to pull that pitch away.
Yeah, and after that swing and miss, you could kind of see with his right hand, tell himself, hey, stay through that pitch into right field. Let's see if he can make the adjustment here, 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Brown may try that breaking ball in on him. It's been his go-to pitch with 2 strikes. Fastball just inside. Dre Dirksen slow to return that ball back to the pitcher. He thought he had strike 3. Now it's 2-2 on Garrett. I think he had Garrett looking away and tried to sneak that fastball on the inner half. 2-2 to Pennington, 1 out. John Prudhomme at first. And over to first is Tanner Brown. Augie leads 5-3. Augustana 1 in the first, 4 in the second. The Mules 3 in their top of the second. 2-2 on Pennington. Tanner Brown to the plate. Way out in front of a breaking ball. He pulls it foul. And the count 2-2.
And Augustana's first base dugout tipping their cap as it looks like someone down that left field line made a good bare hand catch. Out of our view, but...
So it's 2-2 on Garrett. Again, John Prudhomme the lead at first. Tanner Brown to the plate. Garrett trying to go to right field there, fouls it back. He was trying to push that ball to the right side on a high fastball away, so it's still 2-2.
And a good battle here. So Brown tried to go in with the breaking ball. Pennington fouled it off. Then fastball away and fouled it off. So really Brown and Dirksen, they can go however they want.
2-2 pitch coming to Pennington. Here it is. Another foul ball as he was again trying to push that into right field. Second baseman JT Mix is playing almost at second base. So they are giving Pennington right field. They don't think he's going to pull or going to go to right field against Brown. With the alignment defensively, both in the infield and outfield. Tanner Brown throws to first. John Prudhomme back. 2-2 on Garrett Pennington. Mules DH. 10 home runs all since mid-April. Tanner Brown eyes the runner at first. 2-2 pitch. And that hits Pennington. Tried to come inside, missed too far inside. He hits his third Mule hitter.
Yeah, I thought that he was going to go back inside. Didn't know if it was going to be the breaking ball or the fastball, but that tries to throw a breaking ball and just catches Pennington on that left thigh. And Pennington now reaches base after a good battle.
So first and second Mules. 1 out for Isaiah Pawnee, the number 5 hitter. Pawnee grounded out to third base. His first at bat. Isaiah's been a hot hitter for the Mules. Trying to continue what has been a 14-game hit streak. First and second, 1 out. Tanner Brown to Isaiah Pawnee. Breaking ball popped up right side. That'll be out of play. Race is on for the baseball with a bunch of youngsters beyond the right field foul line. Count, no balls and 1 strike.
And that's 11 first pitch breaking balls from Tanner Brown today. So he is clearly seeing something in the scouting report against this Mules lineup and trying to get ahead with that off speed early.
0-1 on Isaiah Pawnee. John Prudhomme at second, Garrett Pennington at first. Good speed on the bases. Tanner Brown to the plate. Good fastball right in there. So now Pawnee is down to the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Sam Tatum on deck. So a cat and mouse game going on here. Trying to figure out each other. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mules down 2, 5-3 here in the top of the third. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tanner Brown to the plate. Swing and a miss, high fastball. So Isaiah late on that one. Goes down on strikes. Strikeout number 4 for Tanner Brown. He challenged Isaiah and got it up a little bit. Isaiah just unable to connect.
Yeah, the big lefty's got good life on that fastball today.
So 2 down, and here's Sam Tatum. Sam drove in the Mules' first run in the second. He also scored as part of that 3-run second inning. Lefty-lefty matchup here. Outfield playing straight away against Tatum. Brown's pitch way outside. Good block by Dirksen. Count 1 ball and no strikes. Augustana 3 home runs in that second inning. They have already established a career record for team home runs with now 89. 1 ball, no strikes. Again, Tanner Brown, a peek back to the runner, Prudhomme at second. Now they're going to throw behind John, and he's out. That is the 3rd base runner the Mules have had thrown out on the bases. And boy, you just cannot have those kind of mistakes in a game like this. Nothing doing for the Mules in the top of the third. 1 man left. Augustana bats in the bottom of the third. Vikings lead 5-3.
Here's another real estate market report brought to you by Key Realty. Area sales prices were just over 4% higher than from the same time last year, but the number of sales was 14% lower than last year. And home inventory is even lower than last year, with the supply of new and existing homes currently at 1 month. We can help you wade through this conundrum at Key Realty. We've been local now for 45 years. We don't answer to anyone in Kansas City. Key Realty on the little bitty driveway that leads to the big hotel.
You're listening to UCM Athletics on 1450 KOKO Warrensburg and 98.5 KWKJ Windsor, Warrensburg, Sedalia. UCM Athletics brought to you by Central Bank of Warrensburg, your hometown operated bank. We live where you live. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Bob Jackson, Alex Kent from Crane Stadium, Tompkins Field. Connor Cummings, our studio engineer. Colin Jones to the mound for the bottom of the third. Colin's going to try to get a clean inning. He has given up 5 runs in the first 2, and the Mules trail 5-3. Boy, little things in baseball, Alex. Guys, 3 innings in a row, the Mules have had the last out with a guy thrown out on the base pass. That time a pickoff of second.
Yeah, and you talk about 2 evenly matched teams. Right now, Augustana hitting mistakes from Colin Jones hard, and the Mules kind of giving away some outs on the base pass.
Will Olson, the cleanup hitter, DH, to lead things off. First pitch from Colin Jones, low and inside for a ball. Olson drove in a run back in the first with an RBI ground out. 1 ball, no strikes. The senior right-hander, Colin Jones, delivers. There's a good fastball for a strike. Count 1-1. Colin retired the first 2 in the bottom of the second, and then allowed back-to-back home runs on back-to-back pitches, and then a 2-run homer after a hit batter. Strike 2 on Will Olson. Colin ahead 1-2. So 5 runs, 4 hits for Augustana. The Mules 3 runs, 4 hits. Colin Jones to Will Olson. Just missed low and outside. Count even 2-2. Colin Jones starting his 3rd inning. Tyler Reardon looks like he's throwing in the bullpen. 2-2 pitch, tapped foul of the plate. So we'll do it again. Mules getting Reardon ready just in case Colin runs into problems here in the third. Jack Hines waiting on deck. Olson, the cleanup hitter. Collins 2-2 pitch on the way to Olson. Down low, ball 3. And the Vikings making Colin Jones throw a lot of pitches. This is number 46 in the game. We're in the third. Payoff pitch coming to Will Olson. Tap foul. Well, Augustana is not missing a lot of pitches right now. They're really seeing the ball well.
Yeah, and Jones' command just off a little bit, not his normal pinpoint. And Augustana is making him pay by fouling off those close pitches.
Another payoff pitch coming to Will Olson. Ground ball weakly hit toward third. And Steele cut in front of Snurbush and can't make the play. I think Harrison said, I have it, but I think Steele, playing in a little bit, thought he might be able to get to it, and he ends up bobbling the ball. He'll draw an error.
Yeah, the third baseman usually has a better angle to field that ball and throwing the run. Schnurbush did a good job of circling behind it to get his momentum going towards first, but a little miscommunication there by the left side of the Mules infield.
So a runner at first base for Jack Hines, the shortstop. Hines, a strikeout victim in the first in the inning. Pitch on the way. It's inside, ball 1.
Yeah, a ball not hit hard by Olson, but just placed perfectly over in that 6-hole.
1 ball, no strikes to Jack Hines. Olson the lead at first. Hit in the air towards center field. Van Brusicken's going to have to run it down. That ball sails off the wall. Van Brusicken bobbles it in the outfield, and Hines is going to race to third, and he's in with a triple. And Augustana will score another run. That didn't sound like it was hit that good, but boy, that ball is sailing to right center field again today.
Yeah, it caught that jet stream and hit off the very top of the wall, maybe a foot short of being another home run. And Van Brusken played the angle right. It hit off the wall right above the Buffalo Wild Wings sign and kicked right to him, but unable to field it cleanly. And it looks like Colin Jones's day will be over after that.
So Augustana now leads 6-3. Runner at third, nobody out. Kyle Crook's on his way to the mound to take out the senior, Colin Jones. New pitcher coming on for the Mules. Augustana leads 6-3. Back with information on the new UCM hurler after this from Fitter's Restaurant and Pub on Pine Street in Warrensburg.
Fitter's Restaurant and Pub on Pine Street in downtown Warrensburg has been setting the standard for good times and great food since 1996. Voted the best bar in town, Fitter's features 2 floors, 3 full bars, outdoor seating, pool tables, and NTN trivia. Watch your favorite sporting event on one of the many HD flat screen TVs. Fitter's Restaurant and Pub serves a full menu, including the best pizza and wings in the burg. For lunch, dinner, and late night, it's Fitter's Restaurant and Pub on Pine Street in downtown Warrensburg.
Reardon now pitching for Central Missouri.
Tyler Reardon comes on for the Mules to replace Colin Jones. Colin got a great hand from this nice crowd today. They don't know if this will be the last time Colin dons the Mules uniform or not, but tough day for Colin. He gave it his best. Looked like he was in good shape in the second inning with 2 outs and nobody on, but gave up 3 home runs and now an error and a triple to start here in the bottom of the third. Tyler Reardon, a 5'10 junior from Council Bluffs, Iowa, comes on for the Mules. Tyler Reardon, appearance number 24. That's a team high this year. 5-1 record, ERA 3.09. 23 and a third innings, 21 hits, 7 walks, and 24 strikeouts. Tyler Reardon so far in this sub-regional, making appearance number 3. Inning in a third, no hits, no walks, 1 strikeout. He'll be facing JT Mix with a runner at third. Nobody out for the Vikings, who lead 6-3. Just Colin Jones competing, but just did not have good stuff again today.
Yeah, and talk about, I think the velocity was there for Colin, but it's just I think the first thing that goes is your command, and you just miss pitches up in the zone. And Augustana didn't miss the mistakes. And it was the two big mistakes were the two breaking balls that were just kind of flipped in to two hitters that are really good and have been power hitters for Augustana all year.
So a runner at third, nobody out. Mules keep their infield back. JT Mix, a strikeout victim, his first at bat. Swings late on the fastball from Reardon and fouls it off right side. JT Mix, a strikeout victim to start that second inning. And the Mules had given Colin Jones a 3-1 lead. But Augustana has scored 5 unanswered since. A 1 pitch showing a bunt. And that ends up hitting JT Mix. Umpires are going to talk about it. Kyle Crooks is pretty certain that ball hit the bat.
Yeah, Mix squared around, and the ball was sailing up and in, and so the umpire's going to get together to see, did he attempt to bunt at it? Because if he attempted to bunt and the ball hits him, it's a strike.
All 4 umpires meeting between the mound and third base. Right now, JT Mix is standing at first base. They're going to say he stays at first base. Kyle Crooks wants to ask the home plate umpire, Nate Foley, for the explanation. But after the meeting for the all 4 umpires, they say that JT Mix did not offer at that pitch. So it'll be a hit by pitch.
Right fielder number 13, Jackson Rosenkrantz.
First and third for Augustana with nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Isaiah Pawnee out in front of the home plate, flashing defensive signs. As Jackson Rosenkrantz will step in the box. We've seen Augustana try to bunt quite a bit today, but so far not successful. So they may try to do to the Mules what the Mules do to so many teams. First and third, try to bunt. Pitch on the way to Rosenkrantz from Reardon, a breaking ball outside, ball 1.
Yeah, with 1 run already scored here in the third. Love to get a punch out or a pop up on the infield and then see if you can get a double play, but try to keep it this 3-run game.
1 ball, no strikes to Rosenkrantz. Good fastball inside corner. Evens the count, 1-1.
And if you're Augustana, you have to just keep thinking, hey, tack on runs, tack on runs. You know this Mules offense has gotten hot, and they've had multiple innings set up today with runners on base, but unable to cash in thus far.
1 ball, 1 strike to Rosenkrantz, right-handed batter. Reardon throws to first, mixes back.
So it looks like the Mules, obviously, with Prudhomme holding the runner Mix on at first, steals maybe 1 step behind the bag. Middle looking to turn a double play.
1-1 pitch. Now he shows bunt and gets it down. Good bunt. Reardon off the mound will flip to first for the out, but Augustana will get the job done. Sacrifice bunt and an RBI. Jack Hines will score from third. Mix goes to second. It is now 7-3 Augustana.
And that's to me, that's the high percentage play there. Not only do you score the run, but now you've got Mix, who runs well, in scoring position at second base.
Luke Ballwig, who really started all of this with 2 outs in the second with a home run. He will step in against Tyler Reardon. JT Mix, the runner at second base. Reardon's pitch, good slow breaking ball that falls in for a strike. So Augustana has scored in every inning. 1 in the first, 4 in the second, and so far 2 here in the third. 0-1 on Ballwig. Reardon's pitch is low and inside, 1-1. These two teams playing for a third time this year. Augustana beat the Mules in Houston earlier. Mules winning last night. Mules lead the all-time series 4-2. They swept Augustana in the Super Regional in Sioux Falls, South Dakota in 2019. 1-1 pitch. Tried to needle, hit that outside corner with a backdoor breaking ball and missed. It's 2-1.
Yeah, you can see Reardon, he's got good control today. His misses are not missing by much, trying to keep the ball down to the dangerous left-hander who's already hit a home run today.
2-1 to Luke Ballwig. Taps it foul over by the first base side. So the count even 2-2. The wind's been blowing out to right center field, and boy, you can tell on the couple of home runs hit today, ball's off the wall. Hit the ball to right center field, man, it really carries. Ballwig's home run was just a line drive. Not much height whatsoever, but it got it over the wall. 2-2 pitch. Strike three call. Good fastball in the inside corner. So Tyler Reardon hits a strikeout with Mix at second base, 2 outs.
Number 14, Dre Dirksen.
That'll bring up Dre Dirksen. Dirksen followed the home run by Ballwig on the first pitch from Colin Jones with a home run of his own to left field. Reardon trying to get the Mules back to the dugout, down by 4. Augustana trying to add to their lead here in the bottom of the third. Tyler Reardon from the stretch, a peek back to JT Mix at second, way outside. Good spear by Isaiah Pawnee.
Yeah, Pawnee catching his 5th game. The Mules did have a big lead yesterday in game 1, so Heath came in to rest Pawnee's legs, but he has worked really hard behind the dish, doing a good job this weekend.
1-0 pitch coming. Down low again. Pawnee a good block. Keeps the ball in front of him, 2-0. Yeah, the Mules had to play 2 games yesterday. It started at 2 o'clock, so you're playing a third game in just over 24 hours. Under 24 hours, I might add. This game started at 1. 2-0 pitch coming to Dirksen. Again down low. Reardon just not able to get that pitch up. Now it's 3-0. Leadoff batter, Max Mosser, waiting on deck. Tyler Reardon trying to come back from 3-0 to get Dre Dirksen. Mix the lead at second base, swinging 3-0. He pops it up. Donovan Ditto going out in shallow right, makes the catch. There's a break. Tim Huber gave Dre Dirksen the green light, 3-0, and he ends up popping out to Mule's second baseman, Donovan Ditto. So 2 runs for Augustana, bottom of the third. We go to the top of the fourth here at Crane Stadium, Tompkins Field. Mules have some work to do. They trail 7-3.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an Auto Owners independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with Auto Owners Insurance.
Contact Jim Joyner and Crystal Thomas at Insurance Associates at 518 North Holden, or give us a call at 747-6168.
UCM Athletics thanks John Albert Accounting and Tax for their great support. John Albert Accounting and Tax in Warrensburg specializes in tax preparations for individuals, LLC, partnerships, and corporations. If your business needs assistance in payroll and bookkeeping, then you need John Albert Accounting and Tax at 454 East K or 429-4495. John Albert Accounting and Tax, small town business, big time service. Sam Tatum, Donovan Ditto, and Harrison Snurbush adding for the Mules here in the top of the fourth against the left-hander Tanner Brown. Mules down 7-3. With the call, here's Alex Kent.
Through his first 3 innings of work, Brown has thrown 62 pitches, and really it's been the breaking ball he's been getting ahead of Mules hitters with, and then using the overpowering fastball to finish. Tatum stands in on the left side and takes a first pitch fastball in for a called strike. Tatum was at the plate when Purdom was picked off, and Brown working quickly fires another fastball in there for a second called strike, so Tatum quickly down 0-2. Tatum adjusting his batting gloves, trying to break up the rhythm of the quick working lefty as that fastball misses high and outside. Tatum singled through the hole on the right side of the infield back in the second inning to drive in a run. That breaking ball misses low and away. So early, the Mules had it set up in the second inning, scored 3 runs, had it set up last inning. Unable to push any runs across. Tatum's going to go down swinging on a good fastball on that outside corner. So once again, kind of using the breaking ball to slow the Mules hitters up and then challenging with fastballs. Tatum's down swinging.
5th strikeout for Chandler Brown. Yeah, 2 in the first, 2 in the third, now 1 here in the fourth.
Donovan Ditto, the second baseman, will step in. He was hit by a pitch and scored a run back in that 3-run second. First pitch breaking ball is going to stay high. Once again, Mules trying to break up the rhythm of the Viking starter. And Brown backs up that first pitch breaking ball with a good one. Evens the count at 1-1. Ditto 1 for 3 last night, 2 RBIs. Looking to start a 1-out rally here as that pitch goes behind him. And I think that's the third pitch that is inches away from the Mules having a base runner in this game. You look at Augustana's couple hit by pitches. Those guys have scored. Mules not able to take advantage. As that 2-1 breaking ball misses down and away. Ditto now ahead in the count 3-1. Sit on a pitch here. Try to do some damage with the shortstop Schnurbush waiting on deck. Fastball catches the inside corner for strike 2. And that's Brown has gone to that inside corner with that fastball a lot today against these Mules. Right-handed hitters. Ditto 3-2. Swinging. Ball in play to Mix, who had him played perfectly. A couple steps towards the middle. And on to Ballwig for the 4-3 putout. 2 outs now for the Mules here in the fourth. So it's, you look at Brown's numbers coming in, 74 innings before today, 20 walks, 104 punch-outs. He's a guy that when he's on, you see a good fastball, slow breaking ball. He's fueling the Mules right now. That fastball to Schnurbush misses just in for ball 1. Schnurbush hit by a pitch back in the second inning, but was stranded. Breaking ball, big swing, but tap foul by Schnurbush at home plate to even the count at 1-1. Harrison, a big 3-run homer on Thursday night. Late in that game, trying to get the Mules back into it as he takes a good fastball low and away for a called strike 2. And even though the Mules didn't win that game Thursday night, I think that 4-run inning helped get their offense jump-started for what would be a Friday and Saturday long day. But nothing doing here as Schnurbush is frozen on another good fastball in the inside corner. So 2 punch-outs in the inning, both on fastballs on the inner half. And the Mules quickly are retired here in the top of the fourth. Mules and Tyler Reardon will head back out to the mound for the bottom of the fourth, trying to keep it a 4-run deficit.
Hi, I'm Michelle Eichhoff from Edwardsville, Kansas. Cliff Harris and Warrensburg Chrysler made me another happy customer.
The Memorial Day sales event is underway at Warrensburg Chrysler with just released incentives to put you in the driver's seat. Save $1,000 on 2022 Ram DT Crew Cab Laramie and get 0% financing for up to 60 months with approved credit right now at Warrensburg Chrysler.
Hi, I'm Cliff Harris, and I want you to be another happy customer.
First time we've had a 1-2-3 inning with nobody on base in this ball game. As the Mules go down in order in the top of the fourth, Tyler Reardon, who came on in relief for Colin Jones, will stay out to start his first full inning. In relief here at the bottom of the fourth against the Vikings of Augustana, who, like the Mules, are trying to win their 47th game this year. Fans, you can watch your favorite sporting events and enjoy great food and atmosphere at Traditions out at Mules National Golf Club. For all the specials and all the information, like Traditions on Facebook or follow on Twitter.
And Raritan will get the top of the lineup for the Vikings. Mosser, Howe, and Barth. Mosser has reached twice and scored twice. Walk and a hit by pitch. His first 2 times up. As that first pitch fastball misses high and away for ball 1. Mules trying to find a 0. That breaking ball is going to miss low and in. Mosser now up 2-0 in the count. He is a guy, when he gets on, he can cause a lot of havoc. Takes a good fastball there for strike 1 across the outside half. Carter Howell, who homered his last time up, driving in. The left fielder waits on deck. Also, big swing there at the 2-1 pitch, foul tip for strike 2. Trying to keep Mosser off base for the first time today. That pitch misses just down and in. Like a little cut fastball from Raritan. Just inside to the left-handed hitter. Count goes 3-2 here to lead off the bottom of the fourth. Fastball that once again misses down and in. And for the third time today, Max Mosser reaches base, his second walk. And now the dangerous Carter Howell, who homered his last time up, will step into the dish. And Tyler Raritan trying to find the zone and get the Mules back in the dugout. Would love a ground ball here, but Howell does run well, the center fielder. That first pitch misses low and away for ball 1.
Tyler just trying to find his stuff now. Don't want to walk guys. Don't want to give them free bases. These guys hit the ball well enough.
Good fastball there. Catches the outside corner to even the count at 1-1. Yeah, much like the Mules, they'll string some hits together, but a lot of their big innings start with walks, hit by pitches, reaching on errors, and that's what the Vikings from Augustana have done today. The Mules have kind of helped them a little bit offensively. Another good fastball catches the bottom of the zone. Raritan now ahead in the count 1-2. So if you look at their 7 runs today, 3 of those runs have reached on either a walk, hit by pitch, or an error. Obviously the 3 big home runs in the second. That 4 spot for the Vikings. And the runner goes, the ball's hit towards second baseman. Ditto able to collect, but sending the runner on that 1-2 count keeps him out of the double play.
I tell you, Tyler Raritan, if he would have stepped off, he would have had Max Mosser.
Yeah, Mosser definitely got the rhythm of Raritan there and got a great jump there. Howell was protecting with 2 strikes. Hit a ball, trying to shoot it through that right side, but unable to do it. Now the third baseman, Jordan Barth, will step in. 1 for 2 on the day, a double back in the first. So that fastball just misses the outside corner. Not missing by much, but a ball 1 to the 3-hole hitter. Barth's double was down that left field line past the third baseman, Jacob Steele. Grounded out to Steele in the second. And this one's going to be popped up high into that sky. Sam Tatum comes in, has it judged, and collects the second out of the inning in short right center. So Barth pops out to shallow right, which is big, keeps Mosser, the runner, at second base, now with 2 outs in the inning.
That was a great pitch, kept it in on him. And Barth unable to really extend his arms, which you don't want these power hitters to do anyway. One big out here, or 2 outs now. Let's see if they can get the third and not get that guy home from second who walked to start the inning.
Yeah, Augustana did their damage in the second with 2 outs as Will Olson steps in here, the designated hitter. First pitch, fastball bounced to home plate, but a good stop by Isaiah Pawnee. Yeah, the 3 home runs and 4 runs in the second. All after the first 2 Vikings were retired. Olson reaches last time on a error by the third baseman, Jacob Steele. Good breaking ball that catches the outside corner. Olson kind of a half-hearted check swing, but it was a called strike anyway, so Raritan able to level the count at 1-1. 2 outs. Runner at second base. Raritan trying to put up the first 0 for the Mules defensively today. Good 1-1 fastball over the outside half. It's now ahead in the count, 1-2. Mules scored their 3 runs all in the second inning. 0 here could be big. Allow your offense to catch their breath. These have been long bottom half innings for Augustana. The Mules out standing defensively. Here is the 1-2. Breaking ball fouled off by Olson. Back over the first base dugout. We'll do the 1-2 again. Good crowd here. Beautiful day in Warrensburg. Fans hoping Tyler Raritan can deliver the third out of the inning here and get that Mules offense back in the dugout and rolling. Here is the 1-2, and it's a ball that's going to be hit high and deep into left field. Chrisman at the base of the wall, and this ball's gone. So a 1-2 fastball that didn't get in enough to the big right-handed hitting Will Olson, and Olson deposits it into left field for his 14th home run of the year. And the Mules, once again, not able to keep the Vikings off the board here in the bottom of the 4th as Augustana extends that lead to 6, now up 9-3.
That was just power on power there, Alex. Got it high in the air, let the wind help too.
Yeah, that one was a towering shot as Jack Hines, the shortstop, steps in, takes a first pitch for a called strike.
That is their 4th home run today. And number 90 this year for Augustana.
And the leadoff walk scores. So 4 of the 9 runs have been on free passes. Hines with a big cut at a breaking ball up. Comes up empty. Quickly 0-2. Kind of those 2-out RBIs, kind of back-breaking plays in a ball game. See if the Mules can stay composed. But need to get out of this inning first. And there's a 3-pitch strikeout as Raritan, maybe showing a little frustration, blows a fastball by Hines for the third out of the inning, but not before the designated hitter Will Olson hits a deep drive into left field, and 2 more runs on the board for the Vikings, and we'll head to the top of the 5th. Mules down 6, 9-3.
Even though COVID-19 has made dramatic changes in our lives, from our kids being home to shopping and banking, Quarry City Savings and Loan is open and fully staffed to take care of your banking needs, offering debit cards and online transactions, including deposits and bill payments, checking and savings accounts, home refinance and purchases, and business and auto loans. Call 747-5513 or visit their experienced bankers who will take the time to find the solutions for your financial needs. Find them at 713 PCA Road in Warrensburg or online at quarrycity.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Well, the Mules have a lot of work to do. Still time. Go to the top of the 5th, down 6, 9-3. It'll be Steele, Chrisman, and Van Brusingen, 9-1-2. Anybody gets on, John Prudhomme. You can't get 6 runs on one swing of the bat, Alex, and I know that's one thing that Mules coaching staff and the Mules players know that. You've got to come out and start chipping away.
Yeah, it starts with just putting together competitive at-bats, and right now Tanner Brown definitely has them off balance. He retired them in order in the 4th with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. So if you're the Mules offensively, it's get back into competitive mode, stay within your approach and just try to be hard and flat through the middle of the field. Try to get that pitch count up. Brown at 77 as he starts the fifth here. First pitch, fastball high to the third baseman, Jacob Steele. Steele reached on a fielder's choice back in the second inning. Drove in a run on that ground out. Swinging here, 1-0, and 2 hops to the Augustana second baseman Mix, who over to Ballwig for the first out of the inning. So 2 pitches, 1 out here in the fifth.
It's 5 in a row set down now by the left-hander Tanner Brown.
And that's, kind of a lot of contact like that today, a lot of kind of weak contact early for the Mules offensively outside of that second inning. As Michael Chrisman, the leadoff hitter, stands in, he'll take a first pitch fastball high and away. So Chrisman singled and drove in a run back in the second, walked in the first, so Augustana has not been able to retire him today. Fastball catches the inside corner to even the count at 1-1. Van Brusken waits on deck, the Mules center fielder. If you feel like if Chrisman can just get on, you've got the big hitters coming up for the Mules, because that fastball is going to miss outside.
He's been on base twice today after his big 2-run homer last night. Gave the Mules the lead, and Mules went on to win 7-4.
Brown, the big lefty, delivers the 2-1, and that's a fastball off the outside corner. Chrisman now ahead in the count, 3-1. And if you're Mules, it's about base runners. You're going to probably be less aggressive on the base pass now once guys get on. As that 3-1 pitch misses down and in, and we've got a base runner for the Mules, a 1-out walk to Michael Chrisman. Now the center fielder, Brennan Van Brusingen, will step in.
Center fielder number 48, Brennan Van Brusingen.
As Brown threw 4 1/3 now has thrown 84 pitches. That's his second walk of the day. Second time he's walked Chrisman. Mules trying to get a number back on that scoreboard. Have to do it with 1 out here as Van Brusken takes a first pitch fastball high for ball 1. Once again, Augustana shifting their infield way over to the pole side as the second baseman Mix almost playing behind second base, maybe 3 steps to the first base side. And in the outfield, Rosenkrantz, the right fielder, once again straight up in that right center gap, daring the Mules hitters to drive the ball the other way. Chrisman, the runner at first, and Van Brusken squares around to bunt, pulls it back, and takes the ball inside. So I think from an offensive standpoint, what changes? I think the Mules are going to be a little bit less aggressive here, try to suck some more pitches, try to get into that Augustana bullpen. They do have some guys down there moving around, no one throwing yet. But base runners are a premium right now, down 6 here in the 5th. Chrisman, the runner at first, short lead. Van Brusken waiting the 2-0 pitch. Breaking ball down, gets behind Dirksen, and Chrisman is going to be able to take advantage and move up 90 feet to second base. That takes the double play out of order. Breaking ball that was down, and Dirksen maybe a little lackadaisical. Ball scoots just between his legs.
He also had to reach around the umpire's leg, too, and he just couldn't get the second grip of it. So finally, we don't have to see his arm.
That's right. He does have a good one. Van Brusken now ahead in the count. 3-0. Chrisman now runs at second. Fastball in there for strike 1 as Tanner Brown tries to work his way back into this count. 1 out here after the leadoff ground out to second base by Steele. A walk to Chrisman. Van Brusken waiting the 3-1 pitch from Tanner Brown. Brown with the pitch. A line drive hit right back up the middle. And Chrisman's going to be waved around. Here comes the throw. It's going to be cut. Chrisman scores, and Van Brusken drives in a run with a line drive base hit up the middle. And I think Tanner Brown almost snagged that. That ball was really close to being gloved by the left-hander.
Yeah, I agree. As soon as I saw the ball hit, his glove was up, but it was hit so hard, just skipped right on by.
So Van Brusken with the RBI single and the free 90 given to Michael Chrisman, allows him to get in a scoring position, scores on that. Mules score for the first time since the third inning when they scored 3, and John Prudhomme now up. He singled his last time up into right field, struck out back in the first. John, first pitch swinging at a breaking ball and pops it straight back. Will it stay in or will it get into the stands? It will get about 4 rows deep into the stands just for strike 1. It's a big break for the Mules. That wind blowing out towards right center held that ball up.
Yeah, you never give up on it, and that's what the catcher Dirksen, he came right back to the screen thinking the same thing.
Might be that single his last time up. Prudhomme, after going 0 for 5 last night, gets him going. A 3-hole hitter has been big for the Mules all year long. 19 home runs, 69 RBIs. Mules would love a big swing here from John. Reaching for a fastball away and fouls it off over the first base dugout. Now Prudhomme quickly down 0-2. And Tanner Brown once again falling into that same routine. It's been first pitch breaking ball and then attacking with the fastball, and now down 0-2. A lot of ways that you can attack John Prudhomme here. Van Bruskin, the runner at first. Prudhomme takes a fastball away. And that right there could just be a setup pitch, maybe to come in, get John looking away. You've seen Tanner Brown. He's hit a couple Mules today on inside fastballs, but he has punched out a couple as well. Here is the 1-2. It's a fastball in and a good piece of hitting. Prudhomme just able to fight that one off over the dugout. They were trying to get that fastball in.
That is a pitch Tanner Brown has thrown a lot today inside of these right-handed batters. Good job by John. That's normally a strikeout.
Yeah, that's a really tough pitch to go to. You have to respect the outer half and his breaking ball. We'll see 1-2 what Brown does here to Prudhomme. Breaking ball on that outside half, and John sticks with it and fouls it off again.
He's still trying to go to right field. He's still trying to find that right field line.
Yeah, even a ground ball, that right side of the infield with Mix now playing at double play depth with Van Brusingen still running at first after his RBI single. Ballwig holding the runner, Van Brusingen on. Big hole on that right side. John trying to fight one through there, down 1-2. Fastball away. It's going to be on 2 hops to Mix, who flips to the shortstop for 1, and an ending 4-6-3 double play. Mix to Hines to Ballwig. So Prudhomme tried to fight one through that right side, but not able to find the 3-hole. The Mules score 1 run, but the ending double play will keep the Augustana lead at 5. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th with the Mules trailing 9-4.
Traditions at Mules National Golf Club has something new and exciting just for you. Happy hour every day from 3 to 6 p.m. offering great drink specials and $5 feature apps. Corn nuggets, mini tacos, fried pickles, bacon cheese fries, and many more for just $5. Every Friday night is steak night. 10-ounce KC strip or 8-ounce sirloin with potato and veggies and a brownie for dessert. Check out Traditions' new menu items. Traditions at Pearl Springs.
Head to the bottom of the 5th. Mules down 9-4. They score 1 at the top. Mules need to put a 0 on the board, though, for Augustana for the first time. And in hopes of doing that, the Mules are going to give the ball to right-hander Harrison Babbitt. 6'5" redshirt sophomore out of Austin, Texas. Harrison Babbitt, 16th appearance this year, 3-0, 2.60 ERA, 27 2/3 innings, 19 hits, 11 walks, 30 strikeouts. Opponents hitting 186 against Harrison Babbitt, who makes his second appearance in the sub-regional. 2 2/3, 2 hits, a walk, 2 strikeouts so far. Pitching changes presented by Fitter's Restaurant and Pub on Pine Street in Warrensburg. Great pizza and wings along with a full lunch and dinner menu. That's Fitter's Restaurant and Pub on Pine Street in Warrensburg. First thing you got to do to have a comeback, Alex, as you all know, don't let the other team score any more runs.
Yeah, someone from that bullpen is going to have to come in and kind of like what Connor Wolf did last night, the freshman. He came in and threw up some zeros through the middle part of the game and allowed that Mules offense to go to work. Babbitt, big righty, likes to get ahead with the fastball and then go to his split-finger fastball. First pitch swinging is Mix, the second baseman, and he's going to ground out 6-3. So Mix goes after the first pitch from Harrison Babbitt, and he's retired for the first out of the inning.
Fielder number 13, Jackson Rosenkrantz.
The right fielder, Jackson Rosenkrantz, will now step in, the big right-handed hitter. He drove in a run with a safety squeeze his last time up, grounded out to third back in the second. He takes a first pitch fastball in there for strike one from the Mules' third pitcher of the afternoon, Harrison Babbitt. Mules playing straight up in the infield and outfield. As Babbitt throws a overhand breaking ball that just misses the inside corner. Count even now at 1-1. Rosenkrantz last night, 2 for 4, scored a run. He tries to lay down a drag bunt. Babbitt has it off the mound. He slips as he fields it barehanded, and Rosenkrantz's speed is going to reward him with a bunt base hit right there. It wasn't the best bunt, but it was placed just well enough, had some backspin on it.
Yeah, I was going to say it looked like that ball kind of hit the turf and then came back. Babbitt got to the ball but had to wait for that funny hop. And at the time he did that, he was on his seat of his pants trying to figure out what he could do. Good bunt.
Yeah, we have seen multiple Augustana hitters, Rosenkrantz being one of them, try that drag bunt. First one successful. Rosenkrantz, a one-out base runner at first now with Luke Ballwig up, who hit a big home run back in that second inning. Takes a first pitch for a called strike on the inside half. Yeah, the first two Vikings hitters were retired in the second, and then Ballwig with a line drive home run out of here to right field as Babbitt checks on the runner. Rosenkrantz does have 14 stolen bases in 16 attempts all the way up and down this lineup. You've got guys that will go take a bag, so Babbitt has to give a little bit of attention to Rosenkrantz at first, who has a good lead, 1 foot on that green turf, and he's got a great jump, and he's off. Pawnee with the throw down, a perfect throw, but not in time. That ball, or that bag, was stolen off of Babbitt, the pitcher.
Well, he had a second jump similar to what JT Mix did earlier. His second jump, if you just step off the rubber, you've got him in a rundown.
Yep, so right now, Augustana, they have the Mules pitchers timed perfectly. Their second stolen base of the day now with 1 out, runner in scoring position. 1-1 the count to the first baseman, Luke Ballweg. Kind of a check swing, but a called strike there as that pitch catches the outside corner. 1 run in the bottom of the first, 4 runs in the bottom of the second, and then 2 runs in each of the last 2 innings for the Vikings. Mules pitching, trying to find a 0. Line drive, belted into center field, but right at Van Brusken. He does a good job coming in and catching it. Rosenkrantz went back to tag, but Van Brusken with a good arm and catching that ball coming in keeps him at second. 2 outs now. Now we'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, the catcher, Dre Dirksen. Dirksen followed up the Ballweg home run in the second with a home run of his own on the very next pitch. And he popped out to Donovan Ditto back in the third. 2 outs, runner at second base. Babbitt trying to give the Mules offense a chance to bat down 5. Breaking ball up in the zone. Big swing by Durkins, but fouled straight back. I think that is a pitch that Babbitt is happy that there wasn't another 2-run home run. That ball was up in the zone, and Dirksen, looking for his second home run of the day, comes up empty. Babbitt ahead, 0-1. Rosenkrantz, the runner at second after his bunt single with 1 out and a stolen base. Dirksen squares around, shows punt, but pulls the bat back on a breaking ball down and away. Coach Crooks talked about it in the pregame. They're up and down the lineup. It is power, it is speed. Much like the Mules offense, they want to put pressure on the defense. And right now, the Vikings are winning that battle, up 9-4 here in the bottom of the fifth. As Babbitt delivers the 1-1 pitch outside for ball 2.
There is not, much like the Mules lineup, there's not a weak spot. 1-9. They run the bases very well. They've had a couple of base running miscues. We saw one last night where the guy thought it was a line drive to the pitcher. He said it was a one-hopper, and it turned into a 1-3-4 double play.
Babbitt now with the 2-1 pitch. Split finger misses down. Dirksen started his swing but was able to hold up. Count now 3-1. Yeah, and when you're an aggressive team on the base pass, you're going to give away some outs on the base pass, but it's the timing of those outs and trying to limit those as best you can. The Mules have made a couple outs on the base pass today that have cost them. 3-1 pitch from Babbitt. Good fastball in there to run the count to 3-2. So big pitch right here. 3-2, 2 outs. Rosenkrantz, good speed, the runner at second base. And the 9-hole hitter, Dre Dirksen, at the plate. Max Moser, the left fielder, waits on deck, who has not been retired today by Mules pitching. Hoping it gets to him. Babbitt trying to put up a 0 here. 3-2 and splitter, but down in the zone, and a good take by Dirksen. He'll draw a 2-out walk.
The pressure's still on. You know, that's one thing that good teams do. The Mules do it all the time. Keep pressuring opponents, even when you've got a lead like Augustana has, a 5 right now. You want to add on.
Oh, yeah, you've got the big 4-run inning, but then those tack-on runs, Coach Crooks talks about it a lot. Augustana trying to continue to tack on runs here as they lead by 5. Babbitt delivers a good fastball in the outer half, but it's fouled off on a bunt attempt by the left fielder, Max Moser. Moser, once again, has not been retired today. 2 walks and a hit by pitch, so been on 3 times, scored all 3 times, but via the free pass. Mules pitching today has walked 3 and hit 2. Here is the pitch as he ties up Moser. Babbitt does, and this ball's flipped down the line. Crispin with a headlong dive, but that ball will be just foul and out of his reach. That's one of those ones when things are going right, those land fair, so the Mules catch a break there. Ball landed about 4 or 5 feet foul. A good effort by Crispin.
He was not going to just assume it was going to be foul. He gave it all his best, made a headlong dive. It did go foul, so that's good. See if Harrison Babbitt can get out of this inning.
Yeah, Babbitt, a good fastball there on the inner half, ties up Moser, but now he's got to be careful. 0-2 here. Don't want to make too good of an 0-2 pitch. Babbitt steps off, not liking the signs that him and Pawnee had been rolling through, so he'll toe the rubber again, and has his sign this time, ready to deliver the 0-2. Overhand breaking ball misses away. You can tell how a team is locked in at the dish with the takes they have.
Yeah.
All of Augustana's, they haven't had many swings chasing balls out of the zone. Babbitt trying to get the 3rd out of this bottom of the 5th. Up 1-2, a fastball in, and a called 3rd strike. Those are kind of a check swing, but our home plate umpire, Nate Foley, said the pitch was a strike anyway. So for the first time today, the Mules pitching staff's able to put up a 0. Let's see if that can get the momentum back in that third base dugout for head coach Kyle Crooks and his team. Tanner Brown will head back out for his 6th inning of work. And the Mules will be down 5 as they trail 9-4.
When you're looking at college, you don't want a piece of paper. You want an opportunity. The opportunity to lead, to innovate, to excel beyond what you thought possible. At the University of Central Missouri, we give you more support so your ambition faces fewer obstacles. Embrace your potential at a university that's been consistently ranked as a top university by the Princeton Review and U.S. News and World Report. Choose from undergraduate and graduate degrees in Warrensburg, Lee Summit, and online. Discover UCM. Discover opportunity in action.
Top of the sixth coming up here at Crane Stadium, Tompkins Field. Mules trail 9-4. This is Game 7 in this Central Sub-Regional. The winner of this game advances to the Super Regional next Friday and Saturday to take on the Mule Riders of Southern Arkansas. If the Mules win, it will be here. Augustana wins, they go to Magnolia, Arkansas. Western Missouri Medical Center is your partner for health and is the official healthcare provider of UCM Athletics. Visit WMMC.com for information on the many services Western Missouri Medical Center has to offer. Middle part of the order, Pennington, Pawnee, and Tatum against the left-hander Tanner Brown.
Pennington, the designated hitter, he started the 3-run second inning for the Mules today with a double into the left center gap. Let's see if he can get a leadoff guy on here in the sixth, facing Tanner Brown, who's thrown 95 pitches in his 5 innings of work. Fastball down and in to Pennington. Pennington was hit by a pitch as well in the 3rd inning, as the Mules had it set up in the 3rd inning, but John Prudhomme ended the inning being picked off at second base. 1-0 breaking ball, misses just inside. Once again, you see, Tanner Brown, what is he doing? He's given up 5 hits, but the Mules have been off balance, throwing fastball, breaking ball to both inside and outside parts of the plate as Pennington fouls off that breaking ball. Make the count 2-1. So Brown has been able to command both pitches to both sides of the plate, and spreading the Mules hitters out and making it a rough day. Brown overthrows that fastball, misses down and in to Pennington, now ahead in the count 3-1.
Still don't see anybody in their bullpen. I saw a right-hander throwing earlier, but can't tell if anybody's throwing. Maybe they're ready.
Yeah, there are a couple guys down there, but just standing around spectating right now as Pennington drives this ball into right field. It's going to tail away and catch the wind and ride it out of here. So a solo home run for Garrett Pennington the opposite way. He takes a 3-1 fastball over the outer half and rides that jet stream out of here for the Mules. 5th run of the day. Maybe that gets the Augustana bullpen going and the Mules offense going.
That's a strong young man, Alex, to be able to do that. That ball was away from him. Not that much away from him. He kind of just pushed that ball to right field.
Yeah, he got the barrel there, and all that work in BP going to right field paid off there. That ball was halfway up the trees down the right field line. Now Isaiah Pawnee, the catcher, steps in. First pitch swinging. Good swing and a fastball up, but fouls it straight back. Pawnee 0 for 2 so far, a strikeout and a ground out to third as the crowd gets behind their Mules here, seeing if they can get a rally going. Good breaking ball from Brown has Pawnee quickly down 0-2. Pawnee will get into his 2-strike approach, get on top of the dish, choke up on the bat, try to fight off some pitches as that fastball misses high. Once again, we talked about it yesterday, Connor Wolf did a good job of, even if he missed with a pitch, it was setting up the next pitch. So after that elevated fastball, a lot you can do here if you're Brown. Fastball hit on one big hop to the third baseman Barth. Low throw, but a good scoop by the big first baseman Luke Ballwig. So Pawnee tried to pressure the baseball down on the count 1-2, but a big hop ground ball. Barth collects it for the first out of the inning. That's a big scoop over there by the first baseman after that low throw from Barth. Now Sam Tatum will step in, the right fielder. Singled back in the second inning, scored a run and drove in a run as he takes that breaking ball low and away. He struck out his last time up against Tanner Brown. Brown doubles up on that breaking ball to even the count at 1-1.
That is tantalizingly slow, but it's tough to read because, again, we talked about it. His arm speed is the same.
Absolutely, and now a good fastball that paints the outside corner, so he's got both pitches working. That big breaking ball reminds me of Mule's right-hander, Curtis Schuler. Just, it looked like it was floating up there, and guys would take massive swings and come up empty. Tatum trying to battle 1 and 2. Takes a pitch down and away. Tatum has seen a lot of pitches this regional. Worked a lot of good counts. Now even 2 and 2. Fastball driven back up the middle for a base hit right through the feet of Tanner Brown into center field. Good 2-out or a 2-strike hit there by Tatum.
Just take it right back up the middle. Good job. Really good hitting. Tatum hits left-handers as well as he hits right-handers. There you got a big hit. Donovan Ditto coming to the plate, meeting on the mound as they do go to work, kind of, in the Augustana bullpen.
Tanner Brown on short rest. He did not have a long outing on Thursday. Has thrown 109 pitches through 5 1/3, and our home plate umpire finally making his slow walk out to the mound to break up the visit. That right there is to give the Augustana bullpen time to get loose. Donovan Ditto stepping in, paring down to third base box, and head coach Kyle Crooks as he rolls through some signs with Tatum, the 1-out base runner, at first. Mules with one run scored here on the solo home run by Garrett Pennington. 1-out single, and Tatum is going to be picked off, but a balk is called by our first base umpire, Sean Johnston, as Tatum started to go into his secondary lead. Tanner Brown threw over, and he was out, but right away Sean Johnston said, no, that's a balk. Those crafty lefties.
Yep. Tim Huber's going to argue that. That was an immediate balk called.
And Tatum, a very good base runner, you know, usually reads moves very well. For him to be picked off that bad, definitely there's a reason. It was a balk. So now Tatum a free 90 to second base, and Ditto with 1 out looking to drive in another run for the Mules here in the 6th. Brown delivers, and Ditto taps a breaking ball foul past Coach Crooks in the third base box. A lot of first pitch breaking balls from Tanner Brown today, as he just delivered his 110th pitch. The senior left-hander for Tim Huber, coming back on short rests and fooling some Mules hitters today. Mules have scored 5 runs on 7 hits. As Ditto taps that one, it'll be fielded by Barth at third, over to first, but Tatum, with his good speed, able to move up, so it's going to be a ground out by Ditto. Third baseman over to Luke Ballwig, the first baseman, but the big hop ground balls allows Tatum to get to third with 2 outs.
As he did earlier, Barth looked the runner back to second, shuffled his feet, but Sam Tatum had a little bit better read when Barth was going to throw the ball. His speed got him to third.
So now Harrison Schnurbush, the veteran shortstop for head coach Kyle Crooks, steps in. Mules looking for a big 2-out RBI hit. Down 4. Harrison takes a breaking ball for a called strike on that outside corner. Once again, another first pitch breaking ball from Tanner Brown. Getting ahead of Mules hitters. See if Harrison can be on time for this 0-1 delivery. So fastball and a back pick attempt, but Tatum back in safely ahead of the tag from Barth. Dirksen does like to show off that good arm.
If I had that arm, I would too. He's got a good arm.
And Head coach Tim Huber is going to make the trip to the mound, and it's a quick point even before he gets to fair territory. So after 111 pitches, Tanner Brown's day is going to be done. And we'll introduce you to the right-hander coming in from the Vikings bullpen after this message from Fitter's Restaurant on Pine Street in Warrensburg.
Fitter's Restaurant and Pub on Pine Street in downtown Warrensburg has been setting the standard for good times and great food since 1996. Voted the best bar in town, Fitter's features 2 floors, 3 full bars, outdoor seating, pool tables, and NTN trivia. Watch your favorite sporting event on one of the many HD flat screen TVs. Fitter's Restaurant and Pub serves a full menu, including the best pizza and wings in the burg. For lunch, dinner, and late night, it's Fitter's Restaurant and Pub on Pine Street in downtown Warrensburg.
We will give you the information on the new Augustana pitcher, but before we do that, we need to take care of some more business. We'll pause 15 seconds for station identification. You're listening to UCM Mules Baseball.
You're listening to UCM Athletics on 1450 KOKO Warrensburg and 98.5 KWKJ Windsor, Warrensburg, Sedalia. UCM Athletics brought to you by Central Bank of Warrensburg, your hometown operated bank. We live where you live. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
New pitcher for Augustana, right-hander Seth Miller, 5'10" junior from Blaine, Minnesota. Seth Miller making his 14th appearance. He's also made 7 starts. 6-1 record, 3 saves, 2.76 ERA, 45 2/3 innings, 34 hits, 10 walks, 38 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .205 against Seth Miller. He's making his 2nd appearance here in the sub-regional. He made an appearance against Minnesota State in the opening game. Struck out 3. Got a save. He will come on to pitch and face Mules shortstop Harrison Schnurbush, runner at third, 2 outs. Mules trail 9-5, top of the 6th here in Crane Stadium, Tompkins Field. So, new look for the Mules instead of the crafty left-hander, hard-throwing right-hander.
Yeah, and a lot of his warm-up pitches on the mound spent getting a feel for a breaking ball. So with the count 1-1, Harrison has to not only be geared up for the fastball, but be ready for the off-speed. And it is a first pitch breaking ball from Miller for a called strike. So Harrison now down 1-2. Mules did some 2-out damage last night, looking for a big hit here. 1-2 pitch. Schnurbush taps foul down the third base line. Mules have fouled off some tough pitches, just haven't been able to win the battles. Schnurbush looking to do that here, down 1-2 with 2 outs in the 6th. Breaking ball. Schnurbush started his swing, but no swing, says our first base umpire, Sean Johnston. Sam Tatum, the runner at third base, he got there after an RBI, or a single, was balked to second base and then moved up on the ground out to third. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the 6th. And a swing and a miss on a breaking ball by Harrison Schnurbush. So down he goes, and Tatum is stranded at third base. The Mules do get 1 run, but Augustana and head coach Tim Huber making the right calls right now, going to the bullpen to get the righty Miller. Strands Tatum at third. So Mules will head to the bottom of the 6th, down 4, 9-5.
Hi, I'm Kevin Seward from Lee Summit, Missouri, and Cliff Harris, Warrensburg Ford, just made me another happy customer.
Right now at Warrensburg Ford, order what you want, and Ford will reward you just for waiting for your new vehicle. Get Ford retail order bonus cash certificates of up to $1,000 on select models. Get the new Ford you want and get rewarded just for waiting at Warrensburg Ford.
Hi, I'm Cliff Harris, and I want you to be another happy customer.
Assured Partners, your winning team for insurance and financial planning. offices in Warrensburg. Now, Noster, Sedalia, and Lee Summit. They're on the web at ipgagent.com. 9-5, Augustana with the lead. Vikings come to bat here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Harrison Babbitt back to the mound after becoming the first Mule pitcher to put a 0 on the board against Augustana back in the 5th inning.
And Babbitt walked 1, struck out 1, gave up 1 hit. 18 pitches in his only inning of work so far, seeing if he can throw up a second 0. So the Mules have scored the last 2 runs here in this ball game, but still trail by 4. Babbitt, first pitch swinging is Carter Howell, and a ball hit hard on a line to left fielder, but Chrisman able to corral it with a couple steps to his right. Ball hit right on the nose, but out number 1.
Third baseman, number 1, Jordan Barth.
The third baseman, Jordan Barth, will step in now. Barth 1 for 3, doubled back in the first. He takes a first pitch breaking ball in for a strike from Harrison Babbitt. Babbitt, the tall righty, fastball, breaking ball, splitter, his 3-pitch mix. Pours in a good fastball, a couple hops to Harrison Schnurbush. He collects, and quickly 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. So Babbitt getting some weak contact there from Barth for the second out of the inning. And that will bring up Will Olson, who hit a big 2-run homer with 2 outs on a 1-2 pitch his last time up. Overhand breaking ball from Babbitt. Misses low and in. Yeah, Olson, 1-2 fastball, just didn't get in enough, and he hit it out of here to left field. Babbitt working quickly, misses low with another breaking ball. Now 2-0. Olson has driven in 3 runs. He drove in 1 with a ground out to short in the first, and he scored 2 runs today. There's a good pitch, but just down, says our home plate umpire, Nate Foley. So quickly 3-0 after the first 2 Vikings were retired here in the bottom of the 6th. And there's a fastball that catches the knees. Count now 3-1. Babbitt trying to work quickly and get the Mules offense back in the dugout. And that 3-1 fastball is going to miss low and away for a 2-out walk.
Shortstop number 23, Jack Hines.
Well, Alex, we're going to have a new national champion this year. Wingate has been eliminated. Columbus State beat them 8-7. We hope that the team they played for the national championship is still alive when this day is over.
Yeah, that being the Mules, going to need to do some work offensively down 4. Harrison Babbitt will now face the shortstop, Jack Hines. Hines has driven in a run and scored a run today. And he hits this ball high to left field. Does the wind keep it in the ballpark? Chrisman to the base of the wall, and just 1 step in front of the wall. Chrisman able to collect it for the 3rd out of the inning. Hines hit that one high and deep, but just not enough to get it out. So for the 2nd inning in a row, the Mules and Harrison Babbitt put up a 0, as the Vikings were just that close to another 2-run homer. But the Mules will come to bat in the bottom or in the top of the 7th, down 4, 9-5.
All Wells Country Meats invites you to stop by soon and check out their retail section that allows you to see more of the great products All Wells has been providing the area since 1932. From USDA choice steaks, homemade sausages and specialty items to prize-winning cured hams and bacon, they've got you covered. And they cater everything from small gatherings to whole hog events. Give them a call at All Wells, 747-8261, or visit them at the northeast corner of Highways 50 and 13 in Warrensburg. To find out more, click on All Wells at warrensburgradio.com.
Mules come to bat, top of the 7th. Seth Miller is going to stay out there and pitch. Got the strikeout of Harrison Schnurbush in the bottom of the 6th. With a right-hander on the mound now, looks like Cole Moore is going to be out to bat for Jacob Steele. Then Michael Chrisman and Brennan Van Brusingen here in the top of the 7th. 9-5. Augustana with the lead, although both teams Alex have 7 hits in this game, but Augustana's used the long ball today.
The long ball and kind of aided by some free passes from Mules pitching. Mules pitchers have hit a couple batters, walked a couple batters that have come around to score. But Cole Moore will get his first at-bat of the afternoon, pitch hitting for Steele. Facing the right-hander Seth Miller. Breaking ball is inside to Mole, to Cole Moore.
6 of 10 during the sub-regional, so he's had a good regional.
Cole, the redshirt sophomore out of Shawnee, Kansas, takes a breaking ball by his back foot for ball 2.
Guy batting .387 too, so he's been the regular third baseman. Jacob Steele against the left-hander getting the start.
Now ahead in the count, 2-0. Fastball in there for strike 1. Once again, Mules down 4 runs. Might not be as aggressive as they typically are until a runner gets on base. A big swing and a breaking ball ties up Cole Moore. Count now even 2-2, and you can see the power fastball and the good breaking ball mix from the Vikings relief pitcher Seth Miller. Now the Vikings will shift 3 infielders to the right side. Barth back playing straight up shortstop. Breaking ball down and in. Fouled off by Cole Moore. This is a common thing with 2 strikes that teams will do to Cole Moore. They'll put their third baseman over at short and move the shortstop over to the first base side of second, and second baseman playing that 3 hole. Moore does pull the ball on the ground a lot, but a big opening on that left side. Breaking ball, down and in. Run the count to 3-2, so leadoff base runner be huge here for the Mules if Cole Moore can find his way on. Pinch hitting here in the 7th for the starting third baseman, Jacob Steele. Miller has his sign and readies the 3-2. Fastball just tapped foul. Another Mules hitter battling with 2 strikes, but not many Mules hitters have won the 2-strike battle today. Cole Moore trying to change that and jumpstart this Mules offense. We'll do the 3-2 again. Breaking ball, Moore out in front and swings over the top. So Seth Miller just kept going to that breaking ball, down and in, and finally gets a swing and miss from Cole Moore.
Tough pitch. Cole had a pretty good view on that and just couldn't hit it.
Now the left fielder and the leadoff man, Michael Chrisman, he had a big 2-run homer last night, but now bats with no one on base and 1 out in the 7th. He walked and scored a run back in the 5th. That fastball's down and in and skips away from catcher Dre Dirksen for ball 1. Chrisman bats from the left side, takes a good fastball over the outer half for a called strike. Once again, Jordan Barth, the third baseman, off playing in the 6th hole. That third base line wide open for Chrisman. Breaking ball from Miller. Backs up and misses the outside corner. It's been a lot of off-speed pitches so far for the reliever out of the Augustana bullpen, Seth Miller. There's another breaking ball that's tapped foul at home plate. Just Mules out in front. Just can't let that off-speed pitch get deep. And Chrisman, once again, like many Mules today, will have to battle with 2 strikes. Count 2-2. Miller with the 2-2 delivery. A fastball down and in and hits Michael Chrisman in the foot. So Chrisman will be a base runner for the 4th time today. After the hit by pitch.
Center fielder number 48, Brennan Van Bruzigen.
The 2-2 fastball down and in. I think the catcher, Dre Dirksen, caught the worst of that after it ricocheted off Chrisman's foot and I think got up underneath his chest protector. That will bring Brennan Van Bruzigen, the center fielder, to the plate. Brennan has struck out twice today, but singled in his last at bat, driving in a run. 1 out, runner at first base, Mules down 4, trailing 9-5. Van Brusingen facing Seth Miller. Van Brusingen asks for time, and home plate umpire grants it. No pitch. For what it's worth, that pitch was another breaking ball. Tanner Brown started a lot of Mules hitters off today with breaking ball, and Seth Miller, the reliever, doing the same. There's another breaking ball, but this one's going to be down. Good take by Brennan. Mules trying to be disciplined at the plate. 1 out here in the 7th. Not many outs remaining. Down 4. Base runners are a premium. Have to be sure on the base pass. Can't lose any runners with pickoffs or caught stealings. Big hole on the right side of the infield for Brennan as there goes Chrisman. The throw to second base gets him, but the throw from Mix, the second baseman, trying to turn that double play, was high, and Van Brusingen's speed able to beat it out. So even with Chrisman running, Barth, the third baseman, fields and gets the lead runner. It was a bang-bang play at second, and Chrisman was sliding in on Mix. It was a clean slide, but that forced the throw high. Ballwig climbed the ladder to get it, but could not come down on the bag before Van Brusingen did.
Boy, Barth took a chance by throwing that ball to second base, but made a good throw. Thank goodness Mix did not make a good throw to first. Chance for John Prudhomme here.
So Prudhomme now bat 2 outs. Van Brusingen now the runner at first after the fielder's choice. And Miller will check on Van Brusingen. He's back safely. So a hit and run attempt there, but a ball hit on the ground hard right at the third baseman, Barth. His good hands able to get the lead runner, Chrisman. So Prudhomme looking for a big swing here with 2 outs. Another pickoff attempt to Van Brusingen. He's back in safely. John Prudhomme today has grounded into a 4-6-3 double play, struck out, but he singled to right field back in the third. And Rosenkrantz, once again, the right fielder, playing in straight up right center field, so a big gap down that right field line as Prudhomme takes a big swing at a breaking ball and comes up empty. Another first pitch breaking ball to a Mules hitter today. So Augustana pitching backwards a little bit, so when fastball counts, they're throwing breaking balls, and breaking ball counts, they're throwing fastballs. 0-1, another breaking ball. This one's hit on a line to left field, but Moser will track it down just 2 steps in front of the warning track. John Prudhomme hit it well, but maybe just a little out in front. Couldn't get it up into the wind. And Seth Miller, in his first full inning of relief, puts up a big 0 to keep the lead for the Vikings at 4. This is the 7th inning stretch, and we'll have a new pitcher for the Mules for the bottom of the 7th. Mules trail 9-5.
Homeowners insurance isn't about the house. It's about the people who live in the house. It's about providing security and confidence that you'll be protected if a covered loss occurs. At Assured Partners, we can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family, providing safe, sound, secure insurance protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Assured Partners today at 660-429-1512 or go online at assuredpartners.com.
Right-hander Ethan Peterson, new pitcher for the Mules, 5'10" junior from Omaha, Nebraska. 22nd appearance this year for Ethan Peterson. 2.93 ERA, 30 2/3 innings, 24 hits, 8 walks, 33 strikeouts, 3 home runs. Opponents hitting .216 against Ethan Peterson. Second appearance here in this sub-regional. Had a tough outing in his first appearance here on Thursday night against Ouachita Baptist. Gave up 3 hits, 1 run, and 1 inning. So he comes on to pitch here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Pitching changes presented by Fitters Restaurant and Pub on Pine Street in Warrensburg. The place to be before and after all the games. Fitters on Pine Street in Warrensburg.
So Peterson will get the 6, 7, 8 hitters of Mix, Rosenkrantz, and Ballwig. The Mules have scored 3 runs in the second, single runs in the 5th and the 6th inning. The Vikings scored 1 run in the first, 4 in the second, 2 in the 3rd and the 4th. But Harrison Babbitt came out of the bullpen and was able to put up zeros in the 5th and the 6th. Peterson on now to try to make it 3 zeros in a row as this offense tries to continue to chip away at that lead. JT Mix reached once today by a hit by pitch. That ball sails to the backstop. He struck out looking to start the second inning. Once again, that second inning, the 4-run inning, the first 2 batters were retired for the Vikings. But then home runs on back-to-back pitches, and then a hit by pitch, and then a 2-run homer. Helped Augustana open up that lead. That pitch misses high for ball 2. And that 4 spot was big. It was right after the Mules scored 3 to take a 3-1 lead in the top of the second inning. So that second inning looming large right now.
And how they did it after 2 outs. That's
all with 2 outs. 2-0 pitch here. Another fastball high from Ethan Peterson as he's going to take a short walk around the mound. There are some arms down in the Mules bullpen, but no one actively throwing. And another arm is going to join the group already down there as Peterson falls behind 3-0 to JT Mix, the second baseman. Mix, the right-hander, runs well. Fastball in there for strike 1 as Peterson tries to work his way back into this count. Now 3-1. So 5 runs on 7 hits, 1 error for the Mules. 9 runs, 7 hits, no errors. A clean game defensively for the Vikings from Augustana. 3-1 pitch. Going to be hit on the ground to Harrison Schnurbush. Up with it and quickly over to John Prudhomme to retire the speedy Mix for the first out of the inning.
Good job of recovery to get that ground ball.
Yeah, fastball away that got Mix reaching.
It's a big out to start the 7th inning. You're down 4. You cannot allow Augustana to get any more.
Jackson Rosenkrantz, the right fielder, steps in. He bunted for a single his last time up. Cole Moore, the third baseman, just 1 step behind the third base bag. First pitch, good fastball over the inside corner for a called strike. Rosenkrantz has bunted twice today. Bunted for a base hit back in the 5th, a drag bunt, and then a soft safety squeeze down the first base line to drive in a run in the 3rd. Breaking ball pulled into the left-handed batter's box for ball 1. Tanner Brown, the starter for Augustana, went 5 2/3 inning, throwing 111 pitches on short rest. But he worked quickly. Ethan Peterson working a little bit slower pace. Bounces that fastball, count now 2-1. I think really all of the Mules pitchers today kind of working at a slower pace.
I agree. I think, too, that maybe they were overthinking a little bit, trying to make every pitch too good. I don't know.
Trying to be perfect, and some mistakes left up in the zone to this powerful Vikings lineup made the Mules pay. There's a good fastball that finds the inside corner to even the count at 2-2. Rosenkrantz looking for a pitch away he can get extended on. Froze right there on the fastball. Peterson trying to find the second out of the inning after retiring the leadoff guy after falling behind 3-1. Now 2-2. And that ball is going to be low and away, and Peterson will now have to make a 3-2 pitch to the right fielder, Jackson Rosenkrantz. Yeah, last night's game, both teams pitching staffs worked very quickly. It's a good competitive game, and today's a good competitive game, but Mules, a lot of 3-ball counts. As this pitch is going to be lifted into shallow center, here comes Brendan Van Brusken, and his speed's going to allow him to get there to collect the second out of the inning. That ball was in on the hands of Rosenkrantz and tied him up. Van Brusken again able to charge hard, and that will bring up the big first baseman, Luke Ballweg. Ballweg, he was the one in the second inning that started that back-to-back home run. He hit a line drive out of here on a 2-0 breaking ball. That got out of here in a hurry to right field. As that fastball's bounced in there from Peterson for ball 1. So it was a 2-0 breaking ball from Colin Jones to Ballweg. Hit it out to right field. On the very next pitch, Dre Dirksen hit a breaking ball from Colin Jones out to left field. Then the next pitch was a hit by pitch. And then the next pitch was a 2-run homer. So 4 pitches in a row, damage. And this ball's hit off the end of the bat. Tatum a couple steps back, now charging in hard. Headlong dive, and the ball's going to fall just in front of him. So Luke Ballweg is going to have a hustle double. It was a good pitch from Peterson. Got him out in front. Hit off the end of the bat. But Tatum was playing deep. And his first step was back, and it cost him. Will go down as a 2-out double.
Well, I can't blame Sam. I mean, he saw what Ballweg did in the second and had the same type of swing, hit it off the end of the bat. My first reaction, go back. He came in as hard as he could, but ball just died.
And as pitching coach Ethan Westfall is going to make a visit to the mound, Tim Huber is going to go to his bench and bring in the speedy pinch runner, Jason Axelberg. You talk about how different these teams are from Houston to now. In Houston, Axelberg was the starting outfielder. He started in left field, I believe. Had a couple big hits in that game and was the closing pitcher who got the save in Houston. So he's going to come off the bench and pinch run.
It's interesting how things change. In February, you're trying to find who's going to play where, get everybody in the mix. And here you are in late May, and you're trying to earn a spot in the Super Regional, and things change.
Roles change. That's what makes these teams great. Guys willing to accept those roles as Dre Dirksen steps in and takes a first pitch breaking ball for a called strike from Ethan Peterson. Roles change, but guys, teams that have players that accept those new roles throughout the year, those are the ones that end up playing in games like this, fighting to get to a Super Regional in the Sweet 16. As Peterson misses high with a fastball there. Dirksen, once again, hit a big home run. He went back-to-back with Ballweg back in the second. And with a 1-1 count, head coach Kyle Crooks is going to come out and make a quick call to the bullpen. So Ethan Peterson's day will be done after 15 pitches. And he'll lead this game with a 1-1 count on the 9-hole hitter, catcher Dre Dirksen.
We'll tell you about the new Mules pitcher right after this from Fitter's Restaurant and Pub on Pine Street in Warrensburg.
Fitter's Restaurant and Pub on Pine Street in downtown Warrensburg has been setting the standard for good times and great food since 1996. Voted the best bar in town, Fitter's features 2 floors, 3 full bars, outdoor seating, pool tables, and NTN trivia. Watch your favorite sporting event on one of the many HD flat screen TVs. Fitter's Restaurant and Pub serves a full menu, including the best pizza and wings in the burg. For lunch, dinner, and late night, it's Fitter's Restaurant and Pub on Pine Street in downtown Warrensburg.
Senior right-hander Caleb Rogie comes out of the pen for the Mules. 6'3", 195 transfer out of Pittsburgh State. Pitched to one batter here the other night. Overall this year making appearance number 22. A 2-0 record, 1 save, a 2.84 ERA, 19 innings pitched, 17 hits, 8 walks, 18 strikeouts. Opponents batting .233 against Caleb Rogie. So Caleb will come on and he will inherit a 1-1 count against Dre Dirksen. Runner at second base for Augustana. It's a big run out there, Alex. You're up 4. Augustana is. So they obviously want to get it to that point where you can't hit a 5-run homer. And the Mules trying to keep it where they can still tie it with a grand slam.
Yeah, and you saw the Mules last night in the bottom of the 7th. They had a 1-run lead and were able to push 2 runs across. Those tack-on runs late in ball games, not only are they big for your bullpen coming in to close out a game, but it's really deflating to the other team's offense. So the Mules, after giving up 9 runs in the first 4 innings, so Augustana have put up zeros in the last 2 innings, 1 out away from another 0 here, but they're going to have to get the dangerous 9-hole hitter, Dre Dirksen. When we say dangerous, you look in the 9-hole and you think catcher hitting .280, but then you look over 14 home runs. So he's a guy, if you make a mistake, as he showed in the 2nd inning, he can hit it a long way. This is a guy, once again, in Houston, he was hitting in the 4-hole.
And I can see why.
Absolutely. So Caleb Rogie in, 1-1 count. Jason Axelberg pinch running at second base. Good wheels. First pitch breaking ball ties up Dirksen, and that ball's going to get just over the first base dugout. Pawnee went over, see if it would stay in, but just landed first row behind the dugout. So Rogie ties up Dirksen with that first pitch breaking ball. Count now 1-2. Ditto is shading up the middle, but Axelberg, the runner at second, with a very generous lead. Schnurbush playing straight up in short. Cole Moore playing deep at third, trying to guard against a base hit on that side. It won't matter as a good fastball catches the outside corner and freezes Dre Dirksen. He'll go down looking. A good bounce back outing after Rogie came in and threw 4 pitches and walked the only batter he faced a couple nights ago. Comes in and 2 pitches, gets a big punch out there to put up the 3rd 0 in a row for the Mules defensively. But now it's to the Mules offense. Down 4, 6 outs remaining in this ball game for the Mules. We'll go to the top of the 8th. Mules trailing 9-5.
When you buy a used car, how do you know that hasn't been in an accident? Experience water damage or worse, have major engine problems. This is Kyle Wymath with WK. Here, all pre-owned vehicles less than 10 years old and under 100,000 miles come standard with peace of mind, wrapped up inside a 6-month, 6,000-mile powertrain warranty. And because we sell more vehicles than anyone in West Central Missouri, we get more quality trades, so we don't have to shop the used car auctions. For used car peace of mind, visit WK in Sedalia, Boonville, and at WKFamily.com.
Defensive changes for Augustana. Max Mosser goes to first base. And Axelberg, who came on to pinch run, is going to go to left field. So let's all change our score sheets and we will be good. Seth Miller stays on to pitch for Augustana. Mules come to bat, top of the 8th inning. Down 4, 9-5. Pennington, Pawnee, and Tatum. Anybody gets on, Donovan Ditto. Garrett Pennington has 2 hits today, a double and a home run. He has been hit by a pitch. Garrett Pennington has really finished this season strong, Alex. All of his home runs, all 11, since April the 15th. This is a young man we knew had a tremendous power after hitting a half a dozen home runs last year. And he'll lead off here in the 8th against Seth Miller. Miller's first pitch, tap foul wide of third. 9 runs, 8 hits, no errors for Augustana. Mules, 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. It has been a battle today. The Mules trailed 1-0, led 3-1. Then Augustana grabbed the lead with that 4-run second. There's a drive into center field, and that is going to be over the head of the center fielder, Howell. And Pennington to second for a stand-up double. Another one.
Once again, Pennington, he put in that work in batting practice today, driving balls to that spot right there, trying to keep his hands inside the baseball, barrel through. And really, the wind had kind of laid down a little bit, so that was all Garrett Pennington, the strong young man, drives that over Howell's head for a leadoff double.
So the Mules have their leadoff man on here in the top of the 8th. Here's Isaiah Pawnee. Isaiah has a 14-game inning streak on the line. Up there with the runner at second base. Pawnee takes a breaking ball in for a strike. Pawnee has grounded to third twice and struck out. Isaiah's had a great postseason, both in the MIAA and the NCAA playoffs. Looking right now to drive in Garrett Pennington or even do more damage. Mules down 4. Pennington the lead at second. Pitch to Pawnee. Started a swing. Held up with the pitch in on the inside corner for a strike. That was great location by Seth Miller.
And once again, another off-speed pitch, a breaking ball early in counts. These Mules hitters, Augustana pitchers have been pitching backwards.
Miller ahead, 0-2. Isaiah Pawnee, right-handed batter. Miller checks Pennington at second base. Now time call by Isaiah. He didn't think Miller was going to pitch too soon, so he didn't want to hold that concentration too long. Now the right-hander ready to go. Seth Miller pitches to Pawnee. Fastball away. It's 1-2. Mules need more base runners. Down 4, top of the 8th. These two teams battling for the right to play Southern Arkansas in the Super Regional Final. The Mules would host if they win. Augustana would go to Magnolia, Arkansas if they win. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Seth Miller checks Pennington and now turns to second, but just fakes a throw. I'm not sure why you'd be too concerned with the runner at second base at this point.
Yeah, I think that has more to do with maybe he came set and didn't like the pitch that was called, so step off and do it again.
1-2 breaking ball, and Isaiah swings and misses. Dirksen throws to first for the out. Miller must really have a good breaking ball because the Mules have been completely fooled on that.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of it has been down in the zone, and when that breaking ball's down, it's just tough to let it get deep enough. When it's up in the zone, you recognize it a lot sooner.
So 1 down, Sam Tatum, 2 hits. Single back in the second, drove in a run, scored a run. He struck out and also singled in the 6th. Left-handed batter against the righty Seth Miller. Pitch on the way, backdoor breaking ball stays outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Augustana playing Sam Tatum to hit to left as far as center fielder Howell. He is several steps to his right in left center. 1-0 pitch coming from Seth Miller to Sam Tatum. Ground ball over the pitcher's head, but the shortstop Hines playing near second throws him out. On the play, Pennington goes to third, but he's there now with 2 outs.
And once again, another decently hit, hard hit ball by the Mules, but just perfectly placed defender for the Vikings takes a hit away.
Well, remember, the single that Tatum got in the 6th went right under the pitcher's leg. Donovan Ditto up there 0 for 2, hit by a pitch in that second inning. Takes a pitch outside for a ball. Donovan hit by a pitch in the second, scored one of those 3 runs. He has since grounded to second and grounded to third. So Pennington at third now with 2 out. Donovan, it's a shot, but right out the third baseman Barth. And again, the Vikings had him played perfectly. Some scouting has really paid off for Augustana in the series against the Mules. So leadoff double for Pennington, but he is stranded. Nothing for the Mules on the top of the 8th. We head to the home half of inning number 8 Mules trail in this ballgame.
When you're looking at college, you don't want a piece of paper. You want an opportunity. The opportunity to lead, to innovate, to excel beyond what you thought possible. At the University of Central Missouri, we give you more support so your ambition faces fewer obstacles. Embrace your potential at a university that's been consistently ranked as a top university by the Princeton Review and U.S. News and World Report. Choose from undergraduate and graduate degrees in Warrensburg, Lee Summit, and online. Discover UCM. Discover opportunity in action.
Caleb Rogie will stay on for the Mules to pitch here in the bottom of the 8th inning. He'll have to deal with the top of the order, Mosser, Howell, and Barth. For Augustana, well, great opportunity, Alex, for the Mules, but I'll tell you what, I have not seen a team position themselves defensively any better against the Mules this year than the Vikings.
Yeah, it's, and the Mules have hit some balls hard right at guys. They've,
number 4, Max Mosser.
And last night, you look at last night's game, and the Vikings had a lot of opportunities with guys on base until really Connor Wolf came in and slammed the door. But it's kind of a role reversal last night. Just Mules hitting a lot of hard luck outs.
Max Mosser at the plate takes the first pitch from Caleb Rogie in for a strike. Mules finally got Mosser out on a strikeout in the 5th. He walked twice, hit by a pitch, his first 3 at-bats. Left-handed batter against Caleb Rogie. There's a good fastball inside corner. Rogie out of the bullpen throwing strikes. He's ahead 0-2. He struck out Dirksen, number 9 hitter, to end the 7th inning. 0-2. Caleb Rogie, transfer out of Pitt State, senior right-hander, steps off. Once Isaiah Pawnee to run through the signs again. No balls, 2 strikes. Breaking ball hit. 2-hopper to Snurbush, has to go down to get it. Low throw to Prudham, but he scoops it out. So 1 away in the bottom of the 8th for Augustana. And that'll get Carter Howell to the plate. The 2 home runs that Augustana hit back-to-back after 2 outs were both solo shots until the 2-run shot by Howell. I think that's the biggest home run they've hit today.
Yeah, it came after the hit by pitch.
First pitch on the way. Good breaking ball in for a strike. I know they got a 2-run homer from Will Olson. That was big, but I don't know. That 2-run shot seemed to... Well, the Mules have been playing from behind since. 0-1 on Carter Howell. Grounds this to third. Cole Moore's throw to first just in time. Boy, Howell hustled down the line. So 2 out. And here is Jordan Barth. Barth 1 for 4, double back in the first. He has grounded out twice and flied to right. Caleb Rogie has faced 3, retired 3. Right-hander's first pitch to Barth, hit sharply to short. Snurbush has it. Throws to first in time. A 1-2-3, 8th inning. First time today that Augustana has not had a base runner. The Mules have 3 outs. They need 4 runs to extend this game and their season. We head to the top of the 9th. Augustana leads 9-5.
Hi, I'm Michelle Eichhoff from Edwardsville, Kansas. Cliff Harris and Warrensburg Chrysler made me another happy customer.
The Memorial Day sales event is underway at Warrensburg Chrysler with just released incentives to put you in the driver's seat. Save $1,000 on 2022 Ram DT Crew Cab Laramie and get 0% financing for up to 60 months with approved credit right now at Warrensburg Chrysler.
Hi, I'm Cliff Harris, and I want you to be another happy customer.
Olive Wells Country Meats, located at the northeast corner of the junction of Highways 50 and 13 in Warrensburg. Phone number 747-8261. Snurbush, Moore, and Chrisman. Anybody gets on. Brennan Van Brussingen against Seth Miller. He's come out of the bullpen and pitched very well. 2 1/3 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts as He tries to wrap this thing up for Augustana and send them to Magnolia, Arkansas for the Central Super Regional starting Friday. Mules need base runners. Harrison Snurbush, the sixth-year senior, 0 for 2 and hit by a pitch. First pitch, breaking ball outside for a ball. Both these teams with 46 wins this year. Pitch on the way to Snurbush. Hit in the air to center field. Howell, the center fielder, circles under it and makes the catch for 1 out. For the Mules, this 46-win season equals last year's team that won 46. The most wins for the Mules since 2012 when they won 48. Mules have been 25-2 here at home. They've now won 900 games here at this site over the long history of Mules baseball. Cole Moore, a strikeout victim, is only at bat. Left-handed batter looks at the first pitch in there for a strike. Cole Moore, left-handed batter. Jacob Steele started the game at third, went 0 for 2, drove in a run. Ground ball to third. Jordan Barth to first for 2 out. So the Mules have it down to 1 out. Augustana 1 out away from leaving Warrensburg and turning their attention even further south to Magnolia, Arkansas. Michael Chrisman, who walked way back in the first. He's been on base 4 times today. 2 walks, hit by a pitch, and a single. Seth Miller's first pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Brendan Van Broosingen on deck. Chrisman, it's a high fly ball, right center field. Howell, the center fielder, gives way to the right fielder, Rosenkrantz. And that is your ball game. Augustana, for some reason, is going to dogpile. They haven't won the regional yet, but they're going to dogpile on the field despite just winning the sub-regional. But we'll let them do it. 9-5, your final score. Augustana with the win over the Mules to end the Mules season. We'll be back to begin our Lots Beach Automotive postgame show right after this.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an Auto Owners independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with Auto Owners Insurance.
Contact Jim Joyner and Crystal Thomas at Insurance Associates at 518 North Holden or give us a call at 747-6168.
Here's another real estate market report brought to you by Key Realty. Area sales prices were just over 4% higher than from the same time last year, but the number of sales was 14% lower than last year. And home inventory is even lower than last year, with the supply of new and existing homes currently at 1 month. We can help you wade through this conundrum at Key Realty. We've been local now for 45 years. We don't answer to anyone in Kansas City. Key Realty on the little bitty driveway that leads to the big hotel.
Bob Jackson, Alex Kent back here at Crane Stadium, Tompkins Field. The teams congratulating each other and our great Mules fans and the good fans from Augustana that made the trip down from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, giving both teams a standing ovation as this game comes to an end. We saw 2 teams who mirror each other very well. Augustana's got some more power than the Mules, I think, but tell you what, these 2 teams, they play each other 10 times. I think we probably go 5-5, Alex.
Yeah, it's a really good matchup. Just 2 teams that we talked about in the pregame. They're both just love to compete, not only on the mound, at the plate. They don't give anything away. And I think the big thing is I look back to a couple innings where the Mules had runners on, and the Mules gave a couple outs away on the base pass. You'd like to have those, 2 or 3 outs back and see. And, from the pitching perspective, really Colin Jones' gutsy performance coming back on short rest, goes 2 innings, throws 49 pitches, and really I think he made 2 mistakes and on those home runs back in the second inning that, once again, right after the Mules scored 3 in the top of the second, you felt like, okay, here we go. This is a lot like last night. But Augustana answering with 4 in the bottom of the second, I think, swung the momentum back to them. And then Tanner Brown got hot and didn't let the Mules offense really get comfortable again.
This is our Lots Beach Automotive postgame show. Lots Beach Automotive is your hometown GM dealer with 4 brands under one roof. Warrensburg's oldest dealer and friend in the car business since 1974. As Alex said, Augustana got a run in the bottom of the first. The Mules, though, got 3 in the top of the second. You don't know what might have happened. Van Brusingen at the plate, but had a runner thrown out at third to end the inning. And then with 2 outs and nobody on, Augustana gets back-to-back solo home runs, a hit batter, and a 2-run homer to score 4 in the bottom of the second. And they led the rest of the way. Added 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth. Mules got single runs in the 5th and 6th.